It is 6:30 in this
Oh,
time zone.
okay. So, who can remember what happened last time?
Death, lots of death, many death, all the death. I don't know.
There
I'm
was,
just making shit up.
I
there was
don't.
a
I don't think
dragon.
anything or anyone died last time.
Lawrence
I
spent
died
like
the
half
most.
an hour attacking an Ublex slime.
The slime exploded. That did not technically die.
It's just
I didn't say
fun.
he died.
Fun.
I didn't say it died. I said he just kept attacking it.
No, I'm just saying it didn't technically
It
die to
didn't
make
technically
Andrew's
die, no.
point like
Yeah.
completely.
It's like technically we killed a bit of the floor to make that big hole.
Oh man, we were so terrorists.
All right, we're gonna sneak around. All right, we
Everyone
can't
loves-
figure it out. Blow it up.
Everyone loves terrorists.
Look, we're good terrorists. We're not bad terrorists.
One
I'm
man's
not a-
terrorist is another man's
not-
trying to stop a slave trade.
I'm not a bad terrorist.
We didn't
I'm
hurt
just-
anyone yet.
I'm glad none of you are bad terrorists. If you are bad terrorists, something might have to be done about that.
Oh, I'm just one of those cheeky terrorists.
Oh, those cheeky terrorists.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the kind of terrorist where when they get caught, they give you, all the sots.
Basically,
So,
didn't mean it was just japes.
so what did happen? We did something at the start that I can't remember because that's too long ago. Then we went into a building. We made a woman very unhappy. Didn't go through any metal detectors. Blew a hole in the floor. I watched Lawrence get beat up by a slime, which was interesting, but Joseph didn't get to go into full details about it. Then Illusion Dragon, bite, bite, bite. Now he's our friend.
Yeah,
We were led there by the bat that was his familiar.
Yeah.
and
Oh
then
yeah,
you
that was it.
all-
Last time we started with the wibbly wobbly good light and dark light.
Yep.
That was
Oh.
fun.
And you're possessed.
You don't know that. He just looks a bit
Not
evil.
yet.
You
Not
you
yet.
don't know that, but you
mean-
do notice his. The last time you saw him, just before you all went to bed, you do remember like he did look a bit, shadow scaly, and his shadow definitely looked a bit darker than usual. Just some slight. It's more of an aesthetic change, but it's all good.
Currently, but if you ask Mox about it, he'd probably tell you more.
I mean,
Anyway.
the thing is, Croc doesn't really know much about kobolds, so he's presuming you're probably just going through puberty or something.
Yeah, this is just cobalt puberty. You don't know anything
He's
weird
past
though.
that age. He's past the adult age, so it's not that.
Yeah, I don't.
Past
Croc
the adult
but
age for kobolds.
Croc is
Croc
definitely
doesn't-
not smart enough to know what your
Croc
adult
doesn't
age would
know
be.
that.
Your small, scaly friend.
You
Fair
are
enough.
tiny and also going through puberty.
At least to Croc.
At least to Croc. You never know. Maybe in like a little bit of time, then he'll emerge as a beautiful butterfly or a dragon. He might evolve into a dragon as far as
Ooh,
Croc's
fairy
concerned.
dragon.
He might become a fairy dragon. You
Perfect.
never know.
So I suppose that's your way of saying we've rested.
Yes, but also, Croc.
Mm-hmm.
You sort of are in an alleyway.
Am I?
Yeah, in a steampunky city. There's dragons with little goggles flying around, and you see floating coins
Ooh.
with tiny little wings.
Ooh. Me likey.
Do you like try and follow the coins or?
Oh, yes.
They start like swerving in between the alleyways and stuff, and they generally just like they lead you around a few bends. Do you just keep continuing to
Of
follow them?
course.
They they take you down a little bit until you come into a clearing. You hear briefly while you were following the coins, you hear like the hiss of pipes and stuff, and just the flap of the dragon's wings above you, just like general sort of city type noises. But the coins eventually lead you to a large pile of coins in a small clearing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Scrooge McDuck.
Yep. Weirdly enough, I thought you were gonna do the Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, you dive into the pile of coins. Okay.
Which would be a really awful thing to really do.
Next up is good old Kato. You wake up and you're in a really densely packed forest.
Mm-hmm.
There are woodland animals that sort of gesture you down one way of a tunnel. You see some snakes, some deer, some like little squirrels that all just want you to. They look like they want you to follow them.
I follow the small animals.
You hear like the little snakes hiss and the squirrels make the little squirrely noises. I don't know what noise a squirrel makes.
Squeaking?
Yeah, vaguely. As they sort of lead you into like a really lush little. They take you through some take you along a path that winds pretty quickly and takes some sharp bends. Until you get to a small clearing where it looks like there's a little rock that would be perfect for sitting on.
Okay, I look around what the animals look like they're doing.
They're just sort of like approaching where the rock is and then sort of relaxing nearby.
I'm gonna walk over to the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Stand on it.
Cool. Okay. Paladin-y boy.
Hello.
You are suddenly in a dark tunnel.
Ooh, a dark tunnel.
There are shades along the walls, sort of pointing you forward.
One minute,
there's sort of like
I'm not in a dark tunnel, my hand glows.
your hand does indeed glow. The tunnel still seems shadowy.
But can I see any further?
Oh, you can see in the tunnel because you have your glowy hand.
Okay.
And you see like little wisps of darkness that sort of direct you down the tunnel.
I will go down the tunnel.
Okay. You begin making your way down the tunnel. It like takes a few twists and turns. You hear the wind howling, the shadows hissing and booing at you.
Ah, the voices, they're back in.
Until you come to a small pedestal with a handprint that looks perfectly sized for your hand.
I'll circle the pedestal and look at it closely.
You begin examining the pedestal.
Yeah.
Okay, cut over to little koboldy boy. Koboldy boy.
Yes.
You are suddenly you're suddenly in a crowd of people. They're very tightly packed together, but you do see something in the distance. It's like a little platform.
Okay.
And you see people that you recognize standing on it.
You get a description of these people.
You recognize them as you would recognize them immediately. They seem to be they're wearing sort of full plate armor and have holy symbols emblazoned on their backs.
Ooh, I see.
There is sort of like there's a weird gap through the cloud that you can walk through easily. There's like an obvious path that is cleared for you.
I use spells here. Is that still going to count towards me expending spell slots, or is this kind of like hypothetical? What's it called? Fuck, I'm drawing a blank.
You do not know. You're in a place, there is a crowd, they have left a gap for you to get to this little platform that you can walk through.
Can you describe the holy symbols?
They are you recognize these people as the paladins that killed your master.
So it's the skull surrounded by tears, then.
Yep. You're sort of too small for the crowds to. You're too small to see them over the crowd.
I cast Wall of Fire on them immediately.
Ah, okay.
Cast them on sight with the biggest thing I have.
You launch a wall of fire, and it doesn't seem to reach them. You see the wall of fire begin burning in front of you. But it's very strange. It's like the wall of fire is not behaving as you predicted it would. Like, once it gets to the crowd of people, it sort of bends around them.
I wasn't really like aiming to blast it. It was more of set the wall around like where those paladins are.
Yeah, it's
It
really
materializes
strange.
in place.
Yeah, you aim it to try and set it on them, and it appears like in front of where the crowd is. It's very strange.
So what happens after I let it burn?
The crowd don't seem to react to it. But you do feel the heat of the wall, which eventually dissipates.
Are they still there?
They're still there.
See, like Mox wouldn't like immediately try to like speak to them. He's just gonna start blasting. I'm just gonna start saying he's hooking firebolts at them now.
They seem to dissipate as they like hit the backs of the people in the crowd.
He's using sculpted spells. Oh wait, that won't work, but still.
Like the people in the crowd seem to be absorbing all of the attacks somehow. You do notice that the people in the crowd are like scorch marks are appearing on them. Make a perception check.
Just character sheet loading. Perception. Hold down, damn you. This has been so slow today.
Yeah, you don't see anything wrong with this. But you do think that it seems that you'll have to get closer to them in order to attack them.
Starts walking
the
forward.
The crowd seem to block you. They don't they leave a very strange path that you have to walk. It has twists and turns, but it will get you to where you need to be.
In as small as I am, what would I be able to roll any kind of like dexterity rules or anything to weave between their legs and things?
Okay. You go
Try and cut through the crowd.
you go to like run between their legs, and just before you do, you feel something in the back of your head like pull you back. And it says, "What are you doing?"
I recognize the voice. So it says
Yes.
just on voice.
It's you recognize the voice as the one that addressed you in your dream, in your earlier dream tonight.
Fox ignores it. He might mutter under his breath through gritted teeth, "I'm not listening to you."
He
Keeps trying.
The voice keeps. Essentially, you see tendrils of shadow emerge from you, and like hold you. They like latch onto one of the people and prevent you from like running forward. And he just says, "Why are you running at a wall?"
What? Literally just says that out loud.
You then something begins to fade away. You're not in a crowd. There's no people nearby. You're still in your room on the ship. You notice your room has been scorched.
Surprise. He just sighs exasperatedly, like, surprise, surprise.
By lots and lots of fire.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, your room is metal, so it's fine. It's not on fire. But you are on the ship. You see a transparent illusion around yourself.
As in that's not in character, a transparent illusion.
Yeah, you see something that you like know that this is definitely an illusion that I was in.
Give me a second, please. Just gonna straight up. Are you able to counter spell on these when you just say it in front of you? Would that be dispel?
You'd need to dispel it in order to like get rid of it.
Which I
Counter
don't
spells for when
have.
it initially activates.
Yeah, that's the ruling I wanted to ask about. Would it be wisdom to break it then?
No, you can see through it. Like you.
Yeah, but he
You're
doesn't
already
wanna-
out.
You're already out
the
of it.
illusion. That's why you can see through it.
So I just straight up walk up and leave the room, and it's still not going to be on us.
I mean, when you leave the room, you see that the illusion continues down the corridor, but you see that you can easily like walk through it into the other rooms of the ship.
It's not tracking and following us then.
No, it's like a static illusion.
Okay. I check the illusion stone that I got off that wizard. Is that like showing any signs of change or reaction to anything that I've done?
It doesn't seem to be active at the minute. It doesn't really do anything unusual.
Cool. Okay, gonna bear that in mind. There's nothing more to add.
Do you do anything?
Check. Time is it? Time to be getting up, or is it middle of the night time?
It's sort of like the time that you would normally wake up.
He just buggers off to go and get his breakfast then.
You're just ignoring the illusion to get your breakfast? Okay.
If I can't, if I can't nuke it, what more can I do? There's only one other person on this ship that I know casts illusions.
You sort of go to where the...
Okay, if it's going down the corridor, I'll follow it.
Sure.
But he goes to go and get his breakfast and then goes, I suppose I can't leave that, and he U-turns and just follows it at a distance.
The illusion continues and it leads towards where like the outside of the ship would be.
It goes through a wall. Does it go like down the like
No,
gangway?
it goes like down the corridors, down the gangways. It weaves to where the outside of the ship would be.
Stops or keeps going somewhere else?
If you go to the rampway, you see like a large cart. It has several cages on the inside of it, and you see many of your friends inside these cages. You even see the illusion that you can see through currently. You can see that it would even end inside one of these cages.
You say
You
my
see
friends, are you meaning the current crew?
current
us
crew,
guys?
yes. You see a crocodile playing in a pile of gold. They're swimming back and forth. You see somebody else who seems to be looking at what looks like nothing. Somebody else is chilling on a rock that was put inside. You can see the frog just chilling, and you see a kangaroo sort of shadow boxing someone.
I inspect this cart with cages and stuff.
You also see a tiny little extra bit. There is a final tiny cage with a small rat inside that looks very annoyed.
Discernible. And everybody is in these. Are these are these tangible, real? Do you want me to roll investigation? What?
Yeah, you can roll investigation if you want, but upon like you don't see through them. You can roll investigation if you want.
Yeah, because I want to see if these are tangible or just more illusions. Just thinking, no, the cages wouldn't hold these guys. And sorry about that. Just take whichever.
With the 10, you think it's a real cage. You notice that the cage does seem to be made of something weird, though. You think it's made of like particularly durable materials with a 10, but you're not quite sure what they might be.
Any kind of like knowledge checks I can do to discern it if I've seen this metal before?
You could roll nature or history.
Nature or history. 5. Nature is a +5. What's the number equal? 24.
History. You remember that you've read about such metals before. Do you think these are either... you think that this is like an adamantium mithril composite?
You know, not
Like
really
a
going to be
very, very good cage, essentially.
not really any going to be breaking this. Are these all like part of like one thing, or are they like all separate?
They're all connected to a large truck at the front.
So they're all one solid piece of structure.
Yeah. You then notice that the illusion that you saw begins fading away.
Yeah.
And you notice the cage close that you would presume was meant for you. And the truck begins...
So the illusion goes into a cage and the cage shuts. I'm not in it.
yeah. You are not in the cage, no. You then notice the truck, like, you hear the engine activate of this truck.
I am going to... How narrow are the bars on these cages? And the size that you would expand on a like anti-climb fence or something like that? Like natural normal cage bars? And what like jail
These
bars?
the cages seem specifically designed for every creature that is contained within them. Like, the rat cage has incredibly close together small bars. The crocodile's cage has bars that are like slightly further apart, but you notice when you get closer to that one, it has like a meshy grid that's also been placed over it. You even noticed that your cage seemed to be lined with a material that you would recognize as like dampening. It's used typically for dampening magic.
I'm thinking of like two things I can do at the moment. You said that the truck's trying to leave now. It's starting to switch on.
Yeah, like the engine has started, and you can presume it's about to start moving.
I cast enlarge on the truck trailer and the cages. This should break it free from the truck as well as widen the bars for anyone who may or may not be able to get out.
You try to enlarge the truck.
I'm not
And
enlarging the truck, I'm enlarging the trailer so that it'll break the trailer off the truck.
you try to enlarge the trailer, and it seems that roll me an intelligence check, just like flat int or Arcana. Actually, out of that, roll Arcana. You would guess that there is magical elements of this truck that would prevent it from being enlarged or shrunk.
So it doesn't do anything.
No. I'll say you know that, so you can like choose to reevaluate your action if you want to. Like, you would guess that this truck is mostly immune to magic because of the lining that it has that's specifically designed to contain people who are magic.
Just call out verbally to everybody there to see if they respond.
Can everybody make a perception check? It is hearing based. Who is not the small kobold.
Oops. That shouldn't be advantage.
16.
There's Mox thinking, there's no way Steve the Paladin would let himself be caged and dragged away. He'd smash his way out of that fucking cage, magic or not.
Yeah. It seems everybody who is not, I assume, the 10 and the 10 is the rat, right?
Yeah.
Everybody except from the rat and Kangaroo Jack. You all realize that you are not, in fact, in a strange tunnel or in a clearing in a forest or in a weird steampunk city. You're, in fact, in a cage in a truck. But
the
you are
coins
sitting on a...
start like fading away. No,
Actually, no.
bring them back.
The coins are still there.
They're
The
not,
coins are, in fact, still there.
but they're not real.
Do you want to roll an Arcana check for me?
Oh.
They or him.
Either of you, both of you can see the coins.
Ooh, very, very high.
No,
And that
the
20 followed by a nat 1, great.
I mean, Croc, those coins feel real. They haven't gone transparent.
What? So, the city has, but the coins hasn't. Coins hasn't.
Yeah, the
coins have not.
The coins seem very real. You can still touch them. You can still hold them. You can still Scrooge McDuck in them.
Seems happy enough.
Croc, worth it.
I will actually try. I will try and smash my way out.
Make an attack roll.
With what?
What would you have with you while you were sleeping?
I'll just try and rip it open with my hands, I guess. So D20
Sure.
D20 plus strength.
Yeah.
Plus 3. 5.
You try to like rip the cage's bars apart, but they are far too sturdy for
Like-
you.
Think of that. My theory is just like watching Steve as he's like grabs both the bars like. Then sits down.
The rock is still real though. Kato,
What did the
you're still
bars
sitting on a
look-
rock.
What did the bars look like on this cage?
Oh, the bars on your cage seem to be they don't right, on initial inspection there are just normal bars there. On significantly closer inspection, as you approach the bars, you see there's some sort of force field there.
Force field.
Yeah.
Are there any actual physical locks in these cage, or is it like the gates are
Uh,
shut and then the doors are shut and then they just will not move?
You can't see any physical locks on the doors themselves. You did hear a clicking noise when your gate shut, though, that you're not in. They do
I-
lock. You can just presume that the like control mechanism for the locks is not there.
I would like to cast Dispel Magic on the cage.
Okay. Please make a dispel magic roll for the attempt to like higher level this.
It's just like a roll at your spell casting type, right? So for me, it'd be Wisdom, right?
Yeah. As you
And
try dispel the door. You do not dispel the door.
I was trying to dispel the force field, but sure.
Well, you don't dispel the force field. No.
Okay. Second thought. How big is this cage?
For you, your cage is actually quite large.
Is it huge?
Yes.
So my cage is 16 feet across.
Yes. It seems specifically designed for you.
I'm just asking because it would not fit on the back of a truck.
You
Yeah, if
would.
it's 16 foot, that's huge.
It is huge.
Definitely would not fit on the back of a truck.
It does seem to be very large.
Unless this is like an articulated lorry jobby, then maybe.
No, and this truck that you found has to be like gargantuan.
You look on the inside and it's very large. Koboldy boy, when you look into his cage, it looks larger than it should be, almost as if it's bigger on the inside.
Oh god, I'm in a TARDIS
Fucking
cage.
Time Lords! Mark saying that everyone's still struggling to get out the cage despite their skill set is going to make for the actual truck cab itself.
So
Cool.
I'm just
We'll
gonna
grab onto the outside of the truck if necessary.
Sure.
do that.
Roll me an initiative check.
Me.
Yes, to see how fast you react to this.
At 20.
Yeah, no, you bolt straight up to the door, and you see,
The wizard that we got last time at the driver's wheel.
you do see, you actually don't see the wizard there. Well, you don't see him driving the truck. He's in the seat beside the person driving the truck.
Right.
The person who's driving the truck, you don't recognize. You have some time to do what you will. What do you want to do? You have the first action.
Yeah, staff pointed at them. Engine off, out, and this as well.
Ooh,
Oh.
cause yeah, okay.
Well, I might also able to roll an intimidation check as well. Or is cause fear going to be enough?
An intimidation check would be your action, so it's like you can have
Yeah,
cause
okay,
or an
okay, in that case I can't
so,
do
like-
that.
what's your spell save DC?
16.
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. And
Stunts.
the other guy.
Okay.
The illusion wizard looks absolutely terrified. The guy who's driving the truck floors it.
And firebolt. Actually, no. I'm
Would
gonna hit
you-
him harder than that.
Would you like to try and grab onto the truck?
I would have
before it
thought I
leaves?
would have already been holding on because I would have to climb up it,
Yeah,
hit
that makes
hit the
Sure,
I would
sure.
have to climb up it, hit the window with something to smash my way through it. Probably my staff. Point my staff through it, scream, engine off and out, and then cast my spell, and then
Sure,
hit
sure.
for it.
Roll to hit with disadvantage because you're like
And
really
no,
close.
no, so I'm going to hit him harder than that.
Sure, sure.
I'm
What are you
going to
casting?
cast. Where is it? Seriously, where is it? It is. I roll to hit. Ah, shit. Well, I have to roll to hit 3 times with this, don't I?
You have disadvantage because you're making a ranged attack against somebody who's like right in top of you.
I guess I've
but
just filled this
the,
column with,
the, fir-
with
the
fucking
first
flames
one,
then.
the first one critically misses, so you simply
you get 2 more attacks.
you
But this one
fire
fires
and
3.
it just goes straight through the other side. It like goes out the open window on the other side. You do attack 3 times at
Yeah,
disadvantage.
roll in the other 2.
Do I just click this 2 more times?
Yeah.
But the other 2 blow their heads off. I assume, because, like, that's like 18
It's
and.
not high level damage spell.
Okay. You also need you need to roll 3 more times because you have disadvantage. Because the first time you missed, the second time I'm waiting for your second roll. Okay. So
2 more?
you missed the first time, you hit
Oh, sorry,
the
you go.
second time, and you hit the third time.
Roll damage.
Also
mainly
for
aiming for
also
the-
for
I'm mainly
reference,
aiming for
there's
the
a little
driver here.
cog on your character sheet. And if you click it, sort of in the top left-hand corner of your character, oh sorry, right-hand corner of your like first column, there's like a little roll query. If you click on the always roll advantage and click advantage toggle on the drop-down menu, you can then toggle your attacks at advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, well, that'll be for, like, future reference then.
Yeah, it's just so you don't have to roll like
I-
a bunch of
The more
million
important thing
times.
is you have to roll damage.
That's true. You
Uh,
do have to roll damage
And
twice.
Scorching Rays, 3d6s,
If you just
2d6s each.
So if you
It's
just
two-
go to where you've rolled the die and hit, just click the name Scorching Ray on the thing, and it'll roll damage for you.
It will roll damage. Yeah.
Like this.
And
So that's
on the
one
other one,
of them.
the other one,
Shall I just click the bottom 3? Bottom 2, sorry.
we only
A 7 and a 6.
He looks quite injured, but is still trucking along. Then he is going to retaliate by trying to shove you off his truck. Can you make?
Is he able to keep control of the truck?
Well, first, can both of you need to make him and the Cobalt need to make opposed strength checks. So
Can I use
Cobalt,
acrobatics? Can I, like, just try to,
roll-
like, dex me way out of the way?
make no, he's like trying to shove you. I mean, sure, you can try acrobatics actually. No, athletics or acrobatics, I'll let you go for.
Too small. He's got 23. Shit.
Goddamn, he's very strong.
Again,
he
too small.
he manages to like throw you off the side of the truck. And now to see if he keeps control of his truck. He begins swerving erratically, but manages to stay on the road. Now, something else has to make another check.
Can I get back to doing the thing I was going to do before this all broke out?
Sure, sure.
It would have started before this fight happened.
Sure, what are you trying to do?
I was going to turn myself into a T-Rex and try and break out the cage.
Okay, you become a T-Rex and you're gonna try and bite your way out of this cage. Go for it.
Should I roll like an attack or athletics? Which is your preferred?
Roll an attack.
Okay. So it is a D20 plus, so that's an 18 to hit the cage.
You do not hit the very durable looking cage.
I definitely hit a stationary cage. It's an AC 10 to hit a cage.
Well, you hit
I
it,
might
but
not
it doesn't
damage
seem
it.
to damage.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the comment.
Yeah. It's sorry.
I can't miss the cage.
You hit the cage. You definitely like try and chomp on it, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Luckily, I get multiple attacks. Crit.
Yes, you successfully damaged the cage somewhat with this bite.
I damaged the cage for 8d12 damage. Getting the roll to work. 8d12 plus 7. So yeah, so I hit the cage for 55 damage.
You like bend one of the bars slightly. It looks a little bit damaged.
Wow. Fuck, this thing's dirty.
It looks quite. I mean, roll intelligence as a T-Rex.
That's a -4. So that would be a 19 down to 15.
You understand that, like, bending the metal out of place is, like, a pretty decent amount of, like, movement against this sort of cage.
Yeah, no, I understand that. It's just that one of the T-Rex is like, annoying. So I'm just gonna keep attacking it every time it gets to a round in combat happens.
Sure.
So just tell me when it's my turn. Do it at the
so
bottom or top,
El Senor Kobold, as you're like falling off the back of the truck, you see your little shadow buddy begin panicking inside your head, and a black tendril lashes out to try and reach the truck, but it doesn't quite reach.
What, me? What, from me?
Yeah, it jumps out from like the end of your hand.
Mox is just going, fucking seriously.
To try and
the truck is now weaving now as this T-Rex is trying to get out. Yeah.
Yeah. You take 14 damage as you like hit the side of the pavement as the truck is like trying to move away now.
Yep. Are we? No, it's not. That's right. This truck is like starting to move away, but it's also swerving.
Yeah. It seems unstable on the road, but it's staying on the road.
Which cages are closest to the cab, as in the truck itself? Because I assume since Kato's cage is fucking massive, the cages are going to be like bundled up somewhere else, or are going to be segmented off.
You
describe it to us.
All the cages seem equally spaced apart. The only difference seems to be the size of the cage entrance is scaled to the typical size of the person who the cage is meant for. Some of the cages are larger on the inside, some are smaller.
Back in time, Lords.
you would guess that whoever has designed these cages has taken whoever's inside of them into account massively. Although you do notice that your cage doesn't seem particularly... Other than the magical lining, you wouldn't guess that there's much inside your cage that's really built for you. It doesn't seem to be specifically big or small. Your
Yeah,
cage
sure,
was
just
the
give the
closest
kobold the tiny
to
little
the...
box.
Your cage was the closest to the, like, driver. Actually, your room was significantly larger than, like, you needed it to be. As if it was sized for someone who was, like, a medium-sized humanoid.
Well, I feel less shitty about doing this then.
You launch a fireball.
Aiming at the
back
cab,
of
the truck part. I was
Ah.
worried about how close everybody else was going to be.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Your fireball blasts towards where the front of the truck is. Now, these people need to make dexterity saving throws. We have
And they're inside a cab.
Wizzy Boy, who succeeds.
Yep.
And
I love the abstraction of how D&D works with explosions. It's like, yes, you are in an enclosed chamber, but you can definitely avoid the blast.
And I mean, even if they do survive, I'm not that arse. I'm just trying to destroy the truck so that it won't move anymore. That's all I'm trying to do, really.
and sort of drivery boy. Nat 20's it. Nice. That's pretty good.
It's not nice.
Still taking half damage. But what effect does the explosion have on the truck itself? I'm assuming that there's a flammable propellant involved.
You notice that the truck seems to keep moving.
Can you seriously?
It does seem scorched.
Does the truck pass its dexterity save?
That's true. The truck does
It's
need
a
to pass the
truck.
dex save.
I mean, the truck definitely has a negative dexterity. I'm just saying.
Must be.
Nah,
It's a big metal thing that only goes forward and backwards.
It's a truck. It's a vehicle. It's got pretty good dex.
You don't know that? It's a space
No.
truck. Maybe this one can go sideways.
It's a truck. It's got a 9.
The truck
truck
fails.
It's not got a dexterity of +2. What the fuck?
The truck is
Anyway, it's taking all that 25 damage.
the truck looks a bit damaged, but doesn't seem to be slowing down. Croc, you feel one of the walls of your cage get, like, very hot.
I am continuing to hide in the coins.
You hide in the coins.
But you know what I will do? You know, everyone's trying their best. Croc's got to, step up to the plate. So he's going to use the coins that he's surrounded by and cast divination.
Oh, okay. So you're using these coins as a material component for a spell, then?
Yeah,
The spell fails.
thought so. Still, he has
Oh,
coins
God,
he's going to try.
You've got like fucking beholder bars.
Maybe they are beholder bars.
Roll an attack, Graham, you dinosaur-y boy. Actually, everybody make me a dex save who's inside the truck.
Oh, I failed my dex save.
Aha. I have half cover in the coins. Actually, I'd have 3/4 cover.
Yeah,
What
I
is that?
failed my dex save.
It's not a cover-based thing. Everybody
not-
who's inside
clear,
the truck.
Just to be clear, this has nothing to do with my fireball, does it?
No, it does not.
was
It's
gonna say good, 'cause I
very
was-
much everybody who got a 15 or less, because the truck is violently swerving from side to side. You all fall prone.
Oh, well, I didn't need to make it anyways because I'm already prone.
That's accurate.
I hit the truck. I hit the cage once.
Uh,
I'm assuming my 24 hits the cage.
oh God, hang on. God.
35 damage.
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
And I.
Yes,
How-
it
how-
does. It does in fact hit the cage.
What's
and
Jack
the
doing?
cage Does Jack?
Jack does not know that anything is happening.
Yep.
Jack is
Yeah, he's still in a
he's-
trance.
He's
still
busy.
tranced.
He's still in an illusion and is
Okay.
busy shadow boxing.
I
Yeah,
I
he's-
just
he's-
want
Jack.
I just wanted to know.
Jack
He's in a
thinks he's fighting.
fucking.
Sorry, Jack thinks he's in the biggest fight of his life, and he's in front of the World Championship crowd.
Yeah.
Fuck, you beat us to it. That's what I was gonna say.
Jack is totally megaloboxing in here.
Going fucking 1v1 with Muhammad Ali or some shit.
He float like a kangaroo and sting like a kangaroo.
You realize you bend one of the other bars like a fairly significant amount, but it still looks like it's holding together.
Try and
Just
push my head
about.
through.
Not as a T-Rex.
Mm.
As a T-Rex, you definitely can't,
Uh-huh.
because the door is sized for a goblin.
Burf. Smush.
It's just like mushing its giant teeth into the door, like yeah.
And then he's gonna he's gonna do the dog thing and get his head stuck.
Okay.
The truck begins speeding away.
The truck make it.
before this
Did the
happens.
driver make it safe to keep control of the truck?
Let's see here.
Oh no, it's
Just
swerving
going
into
off
an
the-
orphanage.
I'm just going off the mechanics we had when we actually had a
Yeah.
previous chase.
Yeah. Let's see.
We're swerving into an orphanage. Good
yeah,
news. They're all from barbarian kids.
The answer is no.
The answer is no. Can everybody in the truck make a dex save?
Is this a prawn?
And
No, this
it's
is a being-
not a prone. This is a being sudden. The truck is suddenly stopping violently.
Ah,
Dex.
Alright, that
Save.
should be the T-Rex. But yeah, 20 for the T-Rex, and then Kangaroo Jack. Yeah.
I will keep the coins safe and they will keep me safe.
Kangaroo Jack gets a 20. I love that I changed my name and then rolled for the wrong person.
Nice.
Because I'm a
So-
moron.
So anybody who got like a 15 or higher, you managed to like brace yourself against the wall that's gonna be everyone else is gonna fly into. People who got less than 15, you suddenly fly into one of the walls of your cell, and take 8 damage.
Can I stand up and I will do
Bubbly
nothing.
boy. Down the street, you see the truck has crashed. What would you like to do?
That's for me, yeah?
Yep.
Then
I
make
don't
for-
see no more kobolds around here.
Sorry, I was thinking about what. Ironically, I was thinking about what I'm going to do next. I'm going to make for the cab. And what is the state of our. So that you know what, I'm doing quote unquote wizard person into the driver. Doing air quotes for the wizard because I don't think he is at all. But yeah, him and the driver, what's the state that they're in? Are they alive?
You
fucked.
can't. Roll perception, actually.
Can't see shit.
Yeah, you can't see them from here.
What's everybody else doing? Can I see them at least?
No, not really. You can see like you can see like the bars of their cages, but you can only see a very small amount of their cages. You see some coins rolling outside of one of the cages.
And a hand scrambling.
He Fox sees movement and he goes, well, at least Croc's okay. That's one ticked off the list. One of them's okay. But I can't like investigate the cabin or the cages. Like, go up to it and take a closer look.
It's too far away to move like up to it right this second.
Yeah. Okay.
But
in
you
that
could
case,
start
what I'm going to
running
do is start
towards.
moving towards the smashed up truck, just thinking, "Thank fuck he toppled it," and then he goes towards it.
You get like a decent way towards it. Then you see the truck begin reversing out of where it was crashed into.
So it didn't roll. I thought it did.
It didn't roll. You just crashed into
He's
something.
just crashed it.
Yeah. And then the truck starts to move off, but it hasn't picked up much speed yet. How's...
Can you describe this truck to us? Does it have, as with trucks that we know them, they have visible fuel tanks on the outside? Is its wheels exposed? What kind of propulsion system does it have? Can you give us any descriptions like that? Because I'm planning on aiming for something.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us a description
roll me a
of one
history. Roll me a history check.
While he's doing that, very important, can I make a sleight of hand for trying to catch the coins that are flying out?
Yes, you may roll sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Hey, you got the coins. Apparently, Mox doesn't really know what a truck is.
You
But the fact he's hid in the back of loads of them in his past.
You manage to catch like a ton of the coins as they're just about. You like lie down so that all the coins that would slide out of the truck just like fall onto you, and it's all good.
It's like everyone's like, Croc, try escaping. And like, coins!
You don't really recall anything particularly useful. You don't see an exposed fuel tank on this truck, though.
Do or don't?
You do not.
Don't.
No. What's that?
Does a 20 hit the bars?
It does not.
Okay.
You bite at it and it doesn't do anything.
I know a 24 does though, so.
This is accurate.
So another 33 damage.
You manage to pry one of the bars of your cage off.
Cool. Head through. Let's go.
T-Rex cannot fit.
But the bars were huge.
The bars are sized for a goblin.
Am I smart enough to know this?
Roll intelligence.
That is a 1.
No. The T-Rex believes it might be able to fit through that tiny hole sized for a goblin.
Okay, the T-Rex keeps pushing.
Okay. Anybody else want to try anything?
Right, I have one of two things. Depending on your answer.
So what are you doing? Yeah, you have an action to like shoot something.
So when
I
I
love that. Sorry, I just want to say I love that Steve the Paladin / Barbarian tried once and then like has completely given up.
Despite the fact that I've only seen him for 2 sessions now, and he just does not stop hitting whatever he starts hitting. On this one occasion, it's just nope. Oh, never mind. When I hit it with the fireball, obviously it affected the truck in some way, shape, or form. The cages have anti-magic bars. Did Mox notice any change in the fireball's explosion with regards to the truck versus the cages? Yes or no?
You saw that,
something.
You saw that the fireball seemed to be relatively. It seemed to do more to the front of like the actual truck part of the truck versus the trailer. The trailer seems to be very durable. The actual front truck part, less so, you would guess.
So the truck itself isn't magically warded.
You don't think it's like specifically magically warded, based on the fire you've shot at it. Although it is still made of metal, and you'd wager that fire isn't super effective against metal.
But mate, but
But
that
it
was
is
just
important.
that was just I'm just gonna fucking hear it. Ooh, this actually would be really horrible for the drivers. Oh fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm gonna do that to the truck. Juice the truck, make it shrink.
It is more than 30 feet away. The truck's about 70-ish feet away from where you are.
It would have been nice to know that. Right, this through the window.
You magic missile
I'm
the
just
driver.
gonna fire a magic missile through the window that I went through.
You cannot see the driver.
I'm just aiming for the window.
Magic
Magic
missile.
missile.
It requires a target that you can see within range,
Alright,
because it
so I
never
can't-
misses.
Alright, so I can't do either of those things, then is what you're saying.
Yes, essentially.
Okay, do I have anything that lets me give chase? Not really. It doesn't boost your speed, does it? No, it boosts your AC and your movement actions. I'm gonna try hitting the frickin' truck again. You say it was 30 feet?
70 feet away is the truck.
Bloody hell is the range on Fireball?
It's in fireball range.
Just scream and stop, damn it!
You launch another fireball at it. Truck looks relatively roasted.
Delicious roasted truck.
At least it's not hurting all my friends.
It's my second favorite kind of truck.
Wow.
Is that the two occupants?
There's the two occupants at the front of the truck making their deck save.
Yeah.
Because they have so much room to maneuver out of the way of that explosion.
And that's what must be at least a, 4-foot cubed block?
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where it just turns out that like the seats happen to just naturally shield them from the explosion perfectly.
Yeah, you know.
What the truck itself?
The truck itself looks a bit more damaged. You're not making a ton of progress against it, but it does look like fairly scorched on the outside at least.
I'm gonna put it this way: if I've dealt 115 damage to a cage and it's not broken yet,
I mean,
like-
you've broken a bar of the cage.
yeah, but 115 damage on a normal cage would have shattered it to smithereens. That's the point.
That's true. Against an iron or steel cage, you would have broken out.
Yeah,
long
but
ago.
against like a steel cage, the cage would have erupted 50 damage ago.
Yeah.
I'm just like you're not.
But
like,
then I'm going, the truck's not magically warded, whereas everything else is.
but the truck was magically warded.
The Fireball's working on it.
Yeah, but the truck has magical dampeners on it. Like you tried to cast magic on it earlier, remember?
I tried to cast magic on your cages to make them big. So
Oh,
you
was
could
it
fit
the
through
cages?
gap.
I thought that
Yeah.
was on the.
Oh no, I was trying to make your cages big so you could fit through the gaps, but then Joseph said they were magically warded, so it wouldn't work. So I tried
Oh.
using it on the truck, and then I went, "Ooh, stuff does work on the truck."
Oh, so did you try reducing the truck?
He
I
did
was
not.
trying to do that, but it was out of range.
Oh yeah,
I
it was over.
wanted to, but Joseph informed me it's outside of range,
Sure.
so I couldn't do that.
Okay. Does the guy crash the truck when he set on fire again?
Another explosion right next to his face. Another, what's that? 12 damage to the face.
You are unaware. Nobody can see him.
I mean, we
We'll
can see the
see
truck.
whether the truck's gonna move or not.
You can see the truck You don't know if he's died or has lost control.
It's
You do
moving then.
feel that the truck has stopped moving somewhat.
Good.
Can I just keep rolling these dice?
Nom 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 nom.
I'm just gonna do this forever until you tell me the thing. Wow, that's a lot of ones.
You have busted out of your cage. Well done.
I'm just gonna keep rolling attacks. Like
More numbers.
Just let me kill. Because basically, once the T-Rex is out, it will go start nomming on Croc's cage is the next thing to do.
Fox is like power walking towards the truck thinking, why hasn't Steve the Paladin gone full Escanor yet?
Oh, he's went to sleep.
He's gone
I
back.
haven't heard Lawrence talk in ages, actually.
No, I am here. I'm just listening to see what yous are.
They're going to go through all this effort to get everybody out, and then at the very end, Lawrence is going to go, oh, I could have got out whenever I wanted, just opens the cage.
Sure.
I will. What will I do? I will do a thing.
I'm glad you'll do a thing.
Well,
Uh,
I'm gonna start collecting up my money.
I am going to be nomming on Croc's cage.
I will rage,
Mm-hmm.
and I will try and bend the bars out of shape to try and escape.
Rage against the cage.
And I will reckless attack it in a police sort of way,
Against the machine.
so I get advantage.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Rage is just bonus damage, isn't it?
And advantage on strength checks.
Yeah.
Depending on your subclass, you may get damage resistances
You
and
get
do
other
various other
benefits.
shit.
I think he gets resistance to everything but psychic damage.
He's a totem warrior, is that right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's resistance to
So he
everything
gets
but psychic
damage resistance to fucking everything.
Crit?
Yeah, you damage the cage very slightly.
I will continue pulling.
Roll again.
13.
Sorry, I'm just rolling for noms.
Yeah, you manage to like eventually tear Croc's cage apart. Croc is just swimming about in his money.
No, I'm scooping up coins into the hoard.
It's what's the order of cages? I forgot to check. Is it like
It goes
was at the
it
front?
goes the cage that was empty, Croc's cage, your cage, Lawrence's cage, Kangaroo Jack's cage, Frog's cage, Rat's cage.
Oh,
Okay. Once Croc's cage is done, I'll turn around and help Lawrence with his cage. I'll help Steve with his cage.
you'll just work down the line.
Yeah.
Alright, once the T-Rex shows up, it takes a little bit less time than normal, but you can break through the cage.
Okay.
And I pick up Kangaroo Jack's cage in my teeth and shake it to try and get Kangaroo Jack to stop being in a thinking he's fighting Muhammad Ali.
I will stop raging.
After you shake him around enough, he snaps out of it.
Okay.
I will stop raging and step outside my cage.
Did anyone
Um,
understand that?
No.
Something cage.
Something's gone wrong with Lawrence's audio.
Hello. And
That's a little bit better.
Way better.
okay. I will step out of my cage and stop raging.
Yep.
Don't start raging yet.
No,
It hasn't-
it's like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Division. No, stay snapped, stay snapped.
I throw Kangaroo Jack's cage towards Steve and hope he can help me break it out.
Oh, in that case, I'll just continue raging and start
Yeah, there are still people still trapped.
I will try and rip this cage open.
So the T-Rex and the barbarian will attempt to rip cages open.
Question, Joseph. What's going on in the wondrous world of K2? What visions does K2 see?
K2 basically saw dangling balls, and he would try and nip at them in order to like get some snacks, and
What-
eventually the balls stopped.
What a
And then
twisted creature.
He tried to bite at them, but when he did, he just went straight through them, and he was in this cage. Really sucked. That's why he was all grumpy.
Ah, so he was powerful enough to get out of his illusion, but too late.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Joseph. How many coins do I get?
Right now or in an hour?
When I finished scooping them up.
When you finished scooping them up, I'd add this separately, but you get about 5,000 gold coins.
Oh my god, I'm going to be so powerful! What a weird prison. Perhaps Croc should have just went along with them. Maybe there would have been more gold.
There might have been more gold. You never know.
Maybe this was all. Wait, is it my birthday today? Was this all for my birthday? Oh, thank you, Kato. Oh,
Can we have broken everybody out over this time?
Yes, you can.
Kato is too dumb to know to stop being a T-Rex.
it's just...
I'll turn to the T-Rex and shout, "Stop it!"
Oh, the rat hits the cage one time.
Ah, so we know what number it is then.
23, yes.
So
The cage has an AC of 23.
So, like, on the outside is the T-Rex biting, and on the inside is the rat biting. We'll nibble through these bars.
The issue is the cage actually sized for a rat? Does the T-Rex biting the cage kind of just swallow the
The entrance to the cage is sized for a rat, but it's like embedded in the truck.
Oh, sure, okay, that's fine.
So
I
it's
was
like
just worried about eating the rat accidentally.
So you're kind of tin opening it.
Like the T-Rex can barely fit a single tooth against the tiny rat cage. It's like, nyeh, nyeh. It looks very awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Mock's caught up to this whole scenario yet?
Yeah, you've arrived long by now.
Okay, I will now stop raging.
I'd be able to use the prestidigitation ability to conjure a non-magical trinket to make like a small hacksaw or something to help people cut the rat out.
Are you sure you want to get that close when the dinosaur's coming at it?
No, I'm handing the sword to you. I'm going to the cab. Just going, yeah, and then just giving you a tool and then disappearing. Well, not disappearing, but making sure that.
I mean, as soon as
assailants aren't still walking around.
Yeah, as soon as the rat is freed, it just darts at the cab as well.
Fair enough. Mox will get out of its way.
Alright, so you make your way to the cab, and you see it's noticeably quite empty.
Shit.
You hear an angry screech, and then you catch up and like, oh, it's empty.
Do you want to roll investigation?
Yes.
Give me an investigation roll.
Investigation.
Ooh.
Business. you see a small, like, trail of blood that sort of goes into an alleyway. Then you see a small pool of blood, as if someone was standing there for a while. Then the trail suddenly disappears.
I think in knowledge arcana, like someone's used a dimension door or something.
Eh,
I
You-
would roll
You
something like
don't
that to get
know.
confirmation.
You know, there's a lot of magical ways to like hide the sort of trail you leave behind.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
ah.
They might have teleported. They might have cast like pass without trace. They might have suddenly went invisible.
Yeah, they could have done any of them
K2
things.
is going to use perception with his keen smelling.
Go for it.
That's a 22.
Nice.
Sniffing around, little K2 does notice something. Do you want to roll me an attack for K2?
Ooh.
Yes.
You
Nice.
know,
K2 the greatest.
K2 jumps up on something that is invisible, and he's nibbling at the balls of somebody.
And you're just watching this rat floating in the air, and suddenly there's screaming.
he sensed them.
Give me a second. I rolled a 16 for my intelligence to work out what's going on.
Well done. You figure out that things are happening, and maybe being a T-Rex isn't the most useful thing right now.
I re-become a goblin. I feel so weak in this form. So small. And then I would like to dispel magic at the thing that is obviously invisible.
Yeah. You see the illusionist with a rat hanging off his crotch.
Who wants to kill him first?
I need him alive. Need him alive. But I would like to get him in some way incapacitated.
Okay. Will the rat eating his nuts make him incapacitated eventually?
Certainly hope so.
Yes, but he's trying to move away at the same time, and the rat's kind of just dangling off on him.
Hey, it's definitely helping you see where he is.
Well, he's visible now.
Yeah, he is visible now.
He's not getting anywhere.
He got dispelled.
Walk over behind him and hit him with a scimitar?
Lethally or non-lethally?
Attempt to be non-lethal, but mistakes happen.
Roll to hit.
That's not great.
You miss him. Actually, no. Roll with advantage. You're flanking with the rat.
Oh, thank you. What the fuck?
He's just so evasive.
With a rat hanging off his balls, what the fuck?
Someone else help me.
I would like to grab the wizard person.
Okay. It's like it's an opposed athletics or acrobatics.
Can I? Would I be able to reckless attack this?
No,
you can't reckless
It's
a
like a
grapple.
grapple check. Make
It's not an
a
attack.
acrobatics or athletics.
19.
You managed to like grab hold of him.
Now talk about.
I will try and choke him out. Non-lethally.
Okay. Roll a d20 plus your strength plus proficiency.
6.
And K2 roll some more damage.
25.
Sure, eventually after having his balls nibbled on for a while, he passes out.
As you would.
Is there anything in the cab of the truck that would leave any indicator of who these people were or why they were grabbing us?
You see a little GPS thing that seems to be heading somewhere.
And there's a black dragon bobblehead on the counter.
I pick up the GPS and show it to the smartest member of the group.
The rat.
With his
approaches.
-4.
I look at the rat and then I'm like, shake my head and turn around and give it to the kobold.
I was just going to say, because the kobold's just shaking his head at this point.
The rat
Right.
is very disappointed in you.
Would that be knowledge? What would that be? Knowledge history to see where the GPS is pointing, or would it be something else?
No, you have like basic. After figuring out how
was gonna say,
computers
because
work
I was
yesterday,
gonna say-
you figured out how to like, look
I was
at
gonna,
things and know that
Because
this
I was
is
gonna say-
basically a digital map, and you can just
I was
like follow it.
gonna say, isn't one of the traits of the urchin background is that you know your way around cities really well?
It's your way around your home city really well, but like
Well,
it's
this one's
more
not
to
so
do with the
much.
fact that like you know how computers work now, so you can just like follow it to where you need to go.
Cool. I guess I'll just hold on to it then. Do I notice anything particular about the location that it's pointing at? Was it the building that we were at before, or is it somewhere new?
It's definitely in you. You don't think it's taking you to the same place it took you to before. It's not
Okay.
heading in that direction.
Okay. So, are we going to drag this quote-unquote wizard back to our ship for interrogation, or no?
Could do.
That's certainly what I'm wanting to start doing. The Mock starts like tugging at the wizard's ankle, just trying to like drag him along, very unceremoniously.
I've currently got him in a chokehold,
If he's unconscious,
and I'm keeping hold of him.
good. You keep doing that. Do you like conscious? Is he conscious or is he unconscious?
Unconscious.
He's unconscious at this point.
Ah, shit.
Like I'm keeping hold. I'm not actively choking at this point.
Okay, good. I gave him a few slaps to try and wake him up.
He does not come to consciousness.
Shit. Prestidigitation make smells? Pretty sure it can.
It can.
Might make a smelling salts.
It can, but this guy's not unconscious because he's passed out, or because like
It's oxygen deprivation.
he's received a fright. This guy has been beaten to unconsciousness.
I'm not healing him.
Like
I will give him 1 point of lay on hands.
he awakens. He's just like, I'm very sorry.
God,
Are you fuck?
Do you-
Clearly you're not.
do you know how tempted I am to click right? Oh, I'm hovering over it. I want to click it so
In a
bad.
moment, Croc, in a moment. You'll get your time. Trust me, I want to incinerate this motherfucker right now, but
They said they'd kill my family if I didn't.
yeah, sure this family is real. No. We would have actually helped you if you'd allowed us, but no, you decided to try and capture us anyway. Anyhow, it wasn't wanting to ask him. So you claim to be a wizard, but you don't have a spell book. However, you do have a wand, a potion, a singular sending stone, and a magical stone that amplifies your illusions. And yet you were still able to cast illusion magic on all of us while we were asleep. I think you're an alchemist. I don't think you're a wizard at all.
You do actually. Roll me an Arcana check, actually.
Ah, shit, that's a 9 on the die.
You have no idea what this guy could be. He might be an alchemist.
Yeah, for all I know, his arcane focus could be his shoes or something. Anyway, I'm not gonna try and fear him. Fuck it.
I think he's already quite scared.
He is terrified.
Yeah, I was just thinking of like just barbaric
Uh,
overkill, but never mind.
he's
So I'm
just-
gonna hold the
he-
sat nav in front of him.
Just says, "Look at my phone. They sent me pictures of my family. They're gonna kill them if I didn't do it."
Oh my
So I
god, your
searched his-
family's ugly.
I searched his pockets before and I didn't find a phone. Okay.
You searched his pockets before. You did not find a phone. No, he seems to have a phone now. You're not quite sure how he got
It
that.
is
Prison
in a different
pocket.
pocket.
So I shove the don't shove it like right in his face within grabbing distance, but I just hold it up so that he can see it and go. So, care to elaborate on where this was going? A master, perhaps, or somewhere else?
Well, we were taking you for a trade. Boss needed. It was like I said yesterday. The boss needed some more muscle. He was trading some slaves. You were going to be part of it. Hopefully, they'll accept a couple less. He got annoyed at you because he knew your goings on, and he was happy when you were taking out people who were like, sort of, on the out with him. But then you started attacking his like more sort of people who were more important to him, so he decided to treat you more seriously. And
The mooks in your lab, basically. Let's be honest, that's what that was. Unless that was also the dragon's lab.
he really was quite annoyed about that one.
It was the dragon's lab, not yours. Or is that largely your doing? After all, the bat said that you were its master.
Well, I mean, I lured you into that trap yesterday. That was just somewhere the boss had planned out. It
I
was
wasn't
more
talking about under the news building, I was talking about your warehouse.
the warehouse before where you attacked the simulacrum of the boss. That's what annoyed him.
Yes, so that was his.
Yeah.
Oh, great, so it's the dragon I need. Okay. So you had no hand in what was going on inside that building?
I don't know. Again, the only reason I'm with these people is because they have my family.
Could eat
took-
your
you
family
took the-
when we find
you
them, and then we
took-
won't have to worry about that.
You took the only people that probably would have gone out of their way to help you and your family get out of the situation and tried to sell us as slaves. Give me a very, very fucking unbelievably good reason why Croc doesn't bite you, Steve doesn't slice you in half, Kato doesn't turn into a Tigrex and eat you, and I don't cremate you right now.
Camera cuts over to Croc, who's still just happily putting coins into his bag.
Yes, there's a
He has no retort to that, does he?
there's a perfectly good, reasonable explanation why you shouldn't kill me, and it's because, I can give you my spell book.
That you didn't have when I found you. Let me guess, does the dragon have it?
No, I have it. It's not on me, but I have it.
You don't have it. Where is it located?
I can reveal the location if you let me go.
Or I
Oh.
can stab you now.
Yes, exactly. Or I can blast your kneecaps out with fireballs. Pick one.
Then you will never get the spell book.
Oh, great. So
I don't care about a spell book.
Great, so I don't get a couple of epoxy illusions. Great.
Oh
So
no.
I'll pull out the sending stone and go, so who's on the other end of this?
That's Dragon Boss Man.
Oh, and I'll pocket it again. Thought he was going to say something else, in which case I would have had a load of retorts to that, but he just straight up said, oh, it's the dragon. I was like, great. Well, I've got all the information that I was going to be trying to prize out of him today.
Why are we keeping around?
I'm all for deep frying him and turning him into freaking Toad in a hole right now.
Don't say
Let's
toad in the
be
hole. We have a
reasonable.
frog here.
When the rat
Sorry, no
tries,
offense.
when the rat tries to bite him, you see him puff into a mist.
Um,
He has disappeared somewhere.
I counterspell that since I'm seeing it happen now.
You can roll to try and counterspell. You'll
Counterspell
need to.
is what
You'll
it's
need
a
to.
D.
You'll
it's a
need to
D20 with my
perform.
spellcasting modifier, isn't it?
Yeah. You'll need to perform the actual D20 roll to try and counterspell it.
It's D20 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 8. Yeah.
Your spellcasting modifier is like whatever your intelligence is, like your intelligence modifier. So it's like +5, I think, right?
Bean.
You successfully do not counterspell him.
So you mean
What?
you do not successfully
You successfully don't do it.
Successfully fuck up.
I mean, I think for saying successfully it should work, but you know.
Fucking.
This guy
this
poofs
fucking
out of
artificer.
there.
You should have just
You
let
said
us
he had a
kill him.
spell book, so it must be. That's why I said I got all the information. I was getting ready for everyone to jump on him and kill him, and then he went poof.
Oh, well, you should have been more clear about that. We're not the smartest group.
The rat understood it.
The rat got it.
The rat got it.
The rat knew.
Steve isn't still holding on to anybody. He's just sort of like freaking disapparated, like a
So
telephone.
where does the map point to? Let's go.
The map said it was pointing to a slaver trade point.
It's
Go.
like the GPS is taking you to like a port, like a place where ships would be. Similar to the one that your ship was stored in, actually.
I repeat, let's go.
I'm
Yes,
guessing.
let's go.
I'm guessing with the 20 perception, K2 doesn't detect where he went.
He does not detect where he went. No, he doesn't
Can we all
sniff
hold on?
around, and he doesn't smell invisible balls nearby.
Yeah.
But he does remember the taste. It
He-
was delicious.
Ugh. Why do I keep making characters I hate?
I don't know.
Wait, characters you hate?
No,
You love the rat. We all know you love the rat.
I love the rat, but the balls makes me uncomfortable. Even though
In my
it's
defense,
my joke.
in my defense, if we had all jumped on him to kill him, he probably could have just puffed away at that point anyway.
1 second, I'll be right back.
He could just do that. I don't understand why he waited until exactly then.
Maybe we should kill anyone we take prisoner next time.
The frog panics.
Unlike that wizard, he's actually proven to actually fight by our side. So is he technically a prisoner now? Still?
No, he's one of us. He's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's-
exactly. That's the point I'm getting at.
Yeah, but he was a prisoner.
He was, yeah. Into the frog, you can relax.
Don't worry, I don't plan on killing you, Froggy.
Elsewhere.
Not yet.
3,123, 3,124.
Does anyone have the heart to tell him those are fake?
What?
I say loudly.
Does anyone what, sorry?
Have the heart to tell him those are fake.
For reference, Joseph has gone for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just continue bantering. Does anyone have the heart? Like, basically, Kato is saying quite loudly to both of you. Does anyone have the heart to tell Croc those are fake? As he's counting out fake coins.
Because it's Croc, Mox is just gonna stay silent.
Well, I've just shouted
He's
that.
like, oh, he seems so happy. I'm just gonna keep quiet.
So you're making your way downtown, walking fast.
Okay.
So, cool.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Since they're saying it, are the coins real or fake?
Make an Arcana check to examine these coins.
Oh, sure.
No, I've just said that.
And- Anyone who wants to can make an Arcana check.
Well, let's see.
That-
with
that-
my
K2 knows what the coins are.
It's not meant to be K2, but
How does K2 communicate what they are?
that was meant to be Croc's roll. I mean, I can do. Let's do a roll on K2. K2? How smart with the -4? Oh yes,
Yeah.
K2 definitely knows.
But Croc and Bidness both know. The money is not real. Well, it's real, but you would wager that it was made by a spell akin to that of creation.
But it is
So,
a real coin though. Not
it'll
not worth a gold piece, but like it is a coin.
Not for long.
You know that this is a real coin. Bidness with his extra information knows that the spell will eventually end and the coins will
Yes.
disappear.
All right.
Mox does turn around to you and say, yes, it is real gold, but if you want to make use of it, you might want to spend it quickly and then scarper. It will fade.
Oh no! Croc's
The money
suddenly
is
very
temporary,
angry. He would
you
have been
can spend
fine
it on
if they
things-
stayed fake, but if they're vanishing, that's a lot of gold that's vanishing from the horde.
So are you gonna walk along to the place that is directed to you by the sat nav that you've ripped off the truck?
No, we've got
Since we
money to
have-
spend.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got money to spend.
Sure.
I want to go wasting it.
Kato is walking towards the place that the GPS said.
Sure. Are you following Kato or going to a store near you?
I'm going to ask how long the coins will stay for. Like, since Bidness seems to like know more.
Vidness, give me another Arcana roll for this like very specific information about the spell. You aren't quite sure. You just know that they'll disappear eventually.
In both game, I do know how long, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess with
in-game
a
you
roll
don't.
of 11. Mox isn't entirely sure. Would it be fair to say Mox with that roll would go, I don't know how long, but I wouldn't give it very long.
Yeah, that's fine.
To a
Wouldn't
shop.
waste any time. I'd get them spent.
So Croc's gonna essentially run ahead of Kato to try and find a shop ahead of him.
Okay. You see a crochet store.
Of all the things.
The first thing you encounter is a tiny little crochet shop.
I can't think of a use for that. Next shop.
Next you find a clothing store.
Right next to the crochet store. Am I in the fashion district?
Fashion and slaves, that's all they do down here.
That's
do you-
it. Fashion and slaves.
Do you run a little bit further along?
Yes.
Who do you think makes the clothes? Go.
Oh god, that's too real.
I was about to make a joke about how everyone down here is slaves to fashion, but you know, yours works just as well.
Still very good joke.
You come to the next shop and it's sort of like a craft store. It sells lots of arts and crafts and stuff. Like
This is like such a whimsical area next to the slave dock.
it's just a
I'm
normal
assuming-
dock. It's not like it's not specifically for slavery.
Sure.
I'm assuming the fucking deep web warehouse where they're trading slaves is like a ways away from us on this sat-nav screen. Might just be in whatever this universe's this planet's equivalent of the galleries is at the moment.
I'm trying to find anything that could be useful, even useful for rats.
Even for rats.
It's just like
Frickin' pet shop that sells tutors that you can use for target practice.
I mean, you do find a pet shop if you keep going a little further.
buy a hamster. No more pets.
You buy a hamster. Got it.
I mean, no, I can't do this. I can't have a horde of small animals. Want as much as I want to.
Okay. So, going a little bit further, you come across a sandwich shop. Sells a lot of food. There's a
Okay.
bakery.
Mm-hmm.
You find a shop that roll me intelligence.
Oh God, not that stat.
You see a shop that sells plastic boxes, like small plastic boxes.
Oh, okay. I can see
They look
Kato
they look
angrily
very
getting closer.
they
and,
look
like,
very pretty and cool, like the art that's on the plastic boxes. But they do just seem to sell plastic boxes here.
he's like panicking, looking around. I need to spend money.
The next shop you come to is sort of like they sell weird little. You can't quite tell from the outside, but it seems to have something to do with cybernetic implants.
Wait a minute, I just thought something. Is there a money exchange anywhere?
Just thinking there's not a bank somewhere on this street or something.
See one right where you are.
Oh my god, I've forgotten. What are the shitty shops called that we have over here? Pawn shops.
Yeah, pawnbrokers.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they call them in this country.
They tend to be called the one thing like cash converters and
That's
stuff
it,
like that.
cash converters. That's what I was trying to go for. Can I see a cash converters?
Roll perception for a cash converter. Yeah, bye.
The PS5
Oh
is
my
5,000
God.
gold pieces.
No, you do. Unfortunately, you do not see a cash converters nearby.
No.
Croc.
Croc's just like so upset.
You feel your hoard shrinking.
Croc just like
Gold
runs into a
ticket
bunch of the
to-
different clothes shops.
To nothing.
Alright guys, I couldn't buy anything useful, I bought you all outfits.
Sure, you all get a snazzy outfit from Croc.
Ox actually is really appreciative of that because he doesn't have to wear these cute raggy robes that he's always wearing. He's like, yay! His eyes light up when he sees what you've bought.
It's the whole you ran into a shop, put a pile, like several gold bars down and said, "I'll trade this for the dress." It's like, all right.
Well, enjoy your dress. Apparently.
Whatever clothes that you've bought, everybody.
You've just grabbed like whatever. You just grabbed like the first thing you found.
Think of it this way: you have 5,000 gold worth of stuff here. You can trade it later.
And then
you can trade this later. You can trade this later, as opposed to the gold disappearing.
You do not have 5,000 gold worth of stuff. Croc just like ran into the store, grabbed whatever, put it on the counter, and then slammed 5,000 gold down and said, "I'll take this for that."
I have a 100 gold dress. Very designer.
You get to keep the dress then.
He did not have time to negotiate.
That's not what I
a
thought was
price.
happening.
Did not have time to size the dress.
Yeah.
It's sized for a Goliath.
He's like, goes in, he gets a dress, then he goes at the crochet shop and just like grabs a bunch of scarves.
You all get a scarf and there's a big dress. So do you just continue following Gato to where the sat-nav takes you?
So I catch up with the group. Hey, here's scarves for everyone. Croc's just wearing a dress.
Kato does not ask questions. Croc does weird things sometimes.
So I suppose, yes, with that aside, we can now follow the slaves.
Cool. Right. So got you.
Sorry, Kangaroo Jack signs to you. Dress looks great.
Amazing.
Adds to character sheet 100 GP dress. Very pretty.
Very pretty.
That's in quotation marks.
Good. And here we are on an entirely different map.
Entirely different.
Yep.
That's a big door.
You do see a big door. The sat-nav says you have arrived as you enter a small alleyway.
I cannot see anything.
It's at the top left.
Top left,
I
yeah.
you have to,
cannot
like,
see
scroll it
anything
along.
at the top left. I
The
think
map
my roll
is-
20 is bugged the fuck.
Possibly, yes.
It's roll 20 after all.
What do you mean? Roll 20's perfect in every way.
It
Fuck,
never,
this
it
program
never
just
glitches or
work.
lags.
That's true. It has never done that. Not once. Not a single time. Never.
So we're walking along, right, in the middle of town.
You've arrived at this sketchy ass place. You walk for like 20-ish minutes and you arrive. You go from like the nice high street part of town to like it's a bit sketchy around here. You get the feeling that this ship's hangar does not pay all of its like insurance premium insurance companies. They're a very corner cutty kind of place. That's the sort of vibe you get.
It's literally all that we're seeing is just this one door and nothing else. But this is the building that the sat-nav's led us to.
Yes, you see two doors. You see some stairs here that lead to a door. And you see a very big door. Those are the two doors that you see.
So
I'm not going to make the mistake of trying to check the doors this time.
I will. Oh. Okay, so I will go over to this door and kick it open.
You go over to the door and it opens automatically.
So he kicks and he falls through.
You kick and you fall through into
Ox just kind of like pinches the bridge of his snout
this
with his
massive ass
Oh.
room.
I come back out and go back over here.
Ah, Spider-X!
Actually, hang on. I have to first describe the room to you.
That's one big ass room.
You see a large weird bird thing with talons instead of hands, like big claw type things that's chained up in one corner. You see a large spider thing with like a human torso where its head should be, chained up next to it. Next to that you see something massive with pincers and it looks very strong. And you see one male human who seems to be malnourished and beaten, and three female children who are also human, who also seem to be very malnourished, but they don't seem to have been like attacked or anything.
Okay.
Rock.
I
You
will-
also see a large ship that has landed in this hangar bay.
Okay. I will actually, I will.
And you see two people who you recognize the uniforms of and the whips that hang at their side.
I will walk over to this person.
They say, "This isn't the place for you. Go away."
I'll put on an air of confidence and I'll say, "What do you mean this is not the place for me? I am here to take the slaves for sale."
I don't think you are.
I'll rage and
Hang on,
slice-
before any of this happens. Before you get all angry.
I'm always angry.
You
That's
see,
my secret.
you see 5 hippos emerge from the ship.
Okay.
Croc suddenly regrets running in and casting spell.
Ah, I see that. Good.
He ran in angry at not having the money, and then all the hippos came out. He's like, oh no.
So, would you like to reevaluate, or are you sticking with the plan?
Oh, it's too late now.
Sure.
Rage.
It has happened. He just regrets it.
Roll initiative.
I regret nothing.
You then hear a voice coming from inside the ship say, you just gotta hold him off for a second.
18.
Constantine, and Constantine.
And
Yes,
Constantine.
sorry. I'll roll my my initiatives.
You got this. You got this.
First one's initiative.
So I believe I
Second
started
one's
off by
initiative.
raging.
Third one's initiative. Fourth one's initiative. Fifth one's initiative. Are those correctly like to the right tokens?
Hopefully. You have to click on each token.
Yeah, I did click. I clicked on a different token each time I rolled. So, yeah, it looks like it's connected correctly. Now
Good.
to do my actual characters.
There we go. Constantine, you're up first.
So I've been ordered to hold these people off. I see someone running at the thing. There's a guy in front who is about to assault a member of staff. They will therefore be first priority. How heavily armored do they look?
Uh,
Male.
There's also a big shiny Tiamat. I just couldn't be bothered, so I drew a box.
So, just to clarify, I am raging it, right?
you can rage on the start of your turn.
Right.
I will take my first shot at the person in armor.
Sure.
21 hits.
I am going to use it as a tripping attack.
Okay.
So you are required to make a strength saving throw.
21.
Yeah, you pass. So you just take 15 radiant damage, and then I'll fire the second attack at you.
Speaking of future guns.
Crit.
Okay.
And I will make it a goading attack, so you have to come and attack this Constantine, the one at this one here.
So what save is that?
You do not. It is not a saving throw. You're just at disadvantage. Oh, sorry. Sorry. It is a wisdom saving throw, but I also get to add 2d8 extra damage to the attack.
The classic space guns. And how good they are.
You take
You take
40.
Man,
40
you
damage
rolled.
from that one.
You rolled
and
actually
15
really
damage
well.
from the first attack.
I'm unconscious.
You're also
I'm
goaded.
You're also coded.
My unconscious body limps to flops towards you.
All right. Kangaroo Jack.
Kangaroo Jack from the entrance sees his friend go down. Well, sort of friend. You know what I mean.
Friend, where? I'm fine.
You gotta save him, Kangaroo Jack. You gotta save him.
So how far can Kangaroo Jack move? Kangaroo Jack can go to there, and then from there can step of the wind. Sorry. Sure. So Kangaroo Jack can get to the first one. Barely, but just get.
Oh yeah, do it, Kangaroo Jack.
Get it.
Kangaroo Jack gets to here. Yeah, burning a key point to get there. And then Kangaroo Jack starts off. Change my name so it looks right. Boxing glove. Hits. Con save for Constantine.
Yeah, you're not the
Constantine
DM. You're
fails.
definitely a player in this scenario.
Constantine is now stunned. And Constantine took 10 bludgeoning damage.
Isn't this great, Joseph? Just getting to sit back and let everyone else do the work.
Yeah, let's just have Graham. Let's trick Graham into being the DM of our games. It's so useful. It's so handy.
10 damage off that one. I then get to attack him again with advantage. I click advantage. Hit me again. 21.
The quicker I kill these two guys, the quicker Joseph can relax.
Then I'm going to key point to attack again for twice more. So another attack and another attack. Both of those also hit for another 22 bludgeoning damage.
That's not true, Andrew. I'll never rest, because these guys are gonna live this whole battle. Clearly.
Constantine is still up, but barely. But it's
Oh
still
no! All of the Constantines recoil with pain.
Not,
yeah, every Constantine.
not Constantine.
Yeah, so who's up next? Oh, it's the Constantine that is stunned, so it's not that Constantine.
It's
it's
not
Kate.
Constantine. How dare that person?
Oh, look, it's
Kato,
Kate.
go for it. It's just, this combat has been just Graham.
It's great.
Brilliant.
Wait, don't I have to make a death save at some point?
Not yet. Not until your turn. Let Graham have his turn first. God, stop trying to take Graham's turn. He only gets the one, and then the other,
And then the other one.
and then the one after that.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It hasn't been anyone else's turn yet. You just gotta. It's one turn. It's all good.
He's gonna come in to protect you from the guy who you fell unconscious in front of.
Scoop me up on the way past.
Sure, goes under you to scoop you up on the way past. Gets to here. It's elkening time.
Yeah.
Prepare to get elked.
Oh, you didn't summon more elks. That means you would have got to taken more turns.
Was it 18 hit?
Yes.
So the ram to that guy deals 10, and then I deal an extra 2d6. So it's 16 plus you need to make a strength save.
Or no. 18
Rat's still up.
for the strength save, and it was 16 damage he took, right?
Yeah, 16 damage.
Compared to the ones before, you immediately notice that these ones feel less sturdy.
Sure.
So,
It is now no longer my turn after that 4 turns in a row.
oh my god,
don't
someone else's
worry.
turn.
It'll be your turn again soon. Don't worry, Graham. I know you don't get a lot of chances to participate in this sort of combat.
This is not my fault. You brought back and started cloning my character as the NPC to attack us.
Yes,
I've
that
had
is
it.
entirely Joseph's fault.
Yeah, it's my fault. No one else's.
There you go, my
You're the
turn.
DM, you can say no at any time.
Even as a noob, I'm going, I can't believe you've done this.
It's go for it, Lawrence. Roll your death save. You succeed. Well done. Go for it. This guy who's been attacked, he's gonna try and hit the big elk because that seems reasonable. What's the
Those
elk say?
all hit.
Oh, rip. You take damage.
Oh, elk still fine.
K2.
Excellent.
Go for the balls.
1 for the balls and 2 for the bite. So the second one hit this. I need to turn off the advantage. The first one missed though.
Yeah. That guy takes some extra damage.
And then he crawls back up onto me.
Okay. Then it's the other guy who is the giant Tiamat here, right?
There is, yes.
He's gonna try and attack it.
It's infinite health.
He wails on it for a bit.
Okay, he needs to make a dex save.
What have you summoned?
It is a Guardian of Faith.
Oh, sure.
He fails.
So he takes 20 radiant damage.
He's very confused and very injured.
He runs up to the Tiamat and it just bites him.
Ah. Go, Constantine. I know you haven't had a turn in a hot minute.
I wonder whose turn it'll be after Constantine.
Well, after Graham's turn, it's gonna be Graham. Then it's gonna be Moxit.
Mox.
Okay, who've we got? He's gonna turn around and take a shot at Kangaroo Jack. Actually, no. He's gonna do the more sensible thing. Yeah, that works better. Let's just kill as many. Let's just attack as many people at once as possible. That makes more sense. Cool. Can the elk, Croc, K2, make me dex saves?
Will this dude need to make a dex save as well? The dude.
Your dude will also need to make a dex save. Yes.
Oh no, my precious dude. He got a 16. Not bad.
Mm-hmm. K2.
Ah, he's in full cover.
That doesn't count matter for this.
Wait, what is it?
I've just lobbed a grenade at you.
But yeah, you wouldn't full cover
You can't be like. How is he in full cover?
because he's like hiding inside of Croc's clothes.
Yeah, so it will go through his clothes. That's not really cover. That doesn't count as cover.
I'm pretty sure it does.
It does not. Or is this one of those cases things where like he has like 2 health?
He's got more than 2 health.
Has
like-
like okay HP.
The rat is like hiding on Croc on the elk.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm just going to throw a shrapnel grenade that will not be stopped by random clothing. That wouldn't make sense.
Well, it's 10 plus something. 5.
So if you got a 15
Yeah.
or higher, half that number, and Steve loses a death save.
And
no.
the elk takes no damage because I am riding him.
Okay,
And if he succeeds, he takes nothing.
thank you. That is what I
That-
guess yeah, that's all I can do because I can
You can-
only use grenade as one attack. I
You can
can't use
move if you want to move.
Okay.
How much
This is gonna
damage?
it'll be end up being 10 because if you rolled a 15 or above, it's 10. If you didn't, it's 20.
Okay. Thank you.
He's gonna
And
spread
then-
out to here.
Then it's next Constantine's turn.
Uh,
What's the middle hat Constantine gonna do?
This Constantine is going to actually attempt to just shoot Kangaroo Jack. Hits. And I'm gonna use a goading attack on Kangaroo Jack to add an extra
All
D8
the
damage.
Constantines use goading attack on the same person. Who do they attack?
He just gets disadvantage to attack everybody at that point. So Kangaroo Jack takes 32, 38 damage.
Cool. Is that all? Is that all the middle Constantine's gonna do?
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, he should also spread out. That makes sense to spread out because you don't want to be close for fireball purposes.
Out of level 3 slots, just so you know. But yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Come
Okay.
forth, Koboldy boy. Your allies are getting attacked, and there are a bunch of hippos wailing on them. Things are not going well.
Does
So
the-
moving further into the room.
Does the kobold not have 4th level slots?
Yeah, I do. I'm going
Cool.
to use one now.
Excellent.
He used at least one of them earlier.
Attacking the tree.
That was during the dream sequence, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you still cast the spell. That's why your room was burnt up.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've got
you
two.
weren't- You weren't actually
two.
dreaming, you were just in an illusion.
Yeah, well, I've still got one.
And the illusion did its best to try and, like, hide the fact that you're actually standing in a ship and not, where you were.
So you got one, yeah.
Yeah, screw it. I was going to do a wall of fire, but since we'll probably do more damage to more of them, I might just upcast fireball on the Constantines, plural. Bring it up.
You can hit, like, all the Constantine.
Yeah, I know. I've been keeping track of like the
Yeah, I wasn't able to get
distance
enough
between
distance
them.
with my. I wasn't able to get enough distance with my moves
and
to
you
make
can,
it.
s- and you
I've
can
been watching the
sing-
distance between them, and I can get.
Yeah,
them.
the plans for the Constantines was to spread out further as they all went, but yeah, you
all the
came a little bit early.
Constantines need to make a dexterity saving throw or take 41 fire damage.
Cool.
No, it's very
Uh,
hot.
Haha.
Also, Kangaroo Jack doesn't have to do this if he is in, since I believe he's in range, but he
He is
doesn't
in
have
range.
to. Doesn't have to due to my sculpted spells. He's protected from the blast.
Okay.
Fireball, I can protect up to 4 people within the explosion. One of
failed?
one of them succeeds. The other 4 take full damage.
Okay.
First one
Yes.
succeeds. The rest are screwed. The rest take full. Take it the Constantines have their own start slot
Yeah.
and a +5. Jesus.
Yeah. They are an actual character sheet. They are 3 levels lower than the rest of you, but they're putting up a fight.
Yep, they are. That is what they are doing.
A +5 in dexterity when they hippos. I wasn't expecting that. Jesus.
They
That's
are
'cause
range-based
They're, like,
fighters.
they're gunners. That's their thing.
Alright. I've got my stats written down. Who's next?
It is now Croc. Go, Croc. Kick ass. Take names. Chew bubblegum.
Well, just for the hell of it, I'm gonna make.
Lament coinage.
I'm going to make Joseph do some work. As
Oh, I have to do work
Yep,
this
I
section.
know.
I didn't sign up for this.
I lob a bauble of one of the 12 variety to hit these guys. No idea what it's gonna do, because you've not told us, because it's a secret.
What bauble is this? Sorry.
The Christmas bauble. I've got
You launched
12
the
of them.
mysterious Christmas bauble. Right. Okay, all the Constantines need to make a dexterity saving throw.
On the first day of... What day is it today? Sklobmas.
How many of them got 15 or better?
2 of them.
One did very well. He's the leader.
Cool. They take 21 damage if they passed, and half that if they passed, and full if they failed. You also notice that all the Constantines are now like covered in razor sharp glitter that is sort of red and green for Christmas themedness. I'm glad I have my Google document open for those magic items.
I could do something super fucking chaotic.
Okay.
Constantine the Last.
Constantine is still one of the 2 still up.
Yep, Constantine the Conscious.
Okay, so this seems like a dangerous thing. He's going to take his first shot at the kangaroo, because that makes sense.
Yeah, kick that kangaroo's ass.
Crits the kangaroo. Kangaroo is down.
Not so kangaroo anymore.
And then he's going to try and shift into a position to see the wizard.
Yeah.
So what, 1, 5, 10, 15. Basically, he's going to end up over here.
Yeah, you can see the wizard from there.
Make his second laser shot at the wizard. For 20. To hit. And
Does a 7... you take 7 damage, Wizzy boy.
I was gonna say 20 is more than what?
I'm going to action surge.
Go for it, go for it. Going all out.
And then I'm going to precision shot the 12.
Yeah, go for it.
To get to a 15 at the wizard. So,
But
first one
that's
definitely.
a 12. That's a 12. It doesn't match me AC.
But
It's
there's
15.
15. Yeah, he used a thing where he made his shot more precise. He added 3 to it.
Right, so it's a 15.
Yeah.
Maths. Right, I'm going to use my feat that I took for my 8th level, which is Gift of the Metallic Dragon. As the Constantine takes aim for the second shot, he takes aim for the first shot, hits. Mox goes, ah, shit! Sees him taking for the second shot, and Gift of the Metallic Dragon kicks in, which spawns Protective Spectral Dragon Wings, which boosts my AC by 3. I don't know if there's something I have to click for that.
So what's your AC then?
Fine.
Does that mean your AC 16?
Yes.
Cool.
So your second shot, you take aim and it gets more precise, but then suddenly spectral dragon wings reflect your shot.
So you just take another 15 radiant damage.
But it was below my AC.
The other one was above your AC.
Well, that was 7.
No, it
Why did
was
you take that off?
13. I hit you twice and I missed you that one time for your spectral wings. You take,
yeah, he did a shot against you that was a
22
to hit
damage
and did
total.
7 damage. And then he did one that was 28 to hit and did 13 damage, and then he added some extra damage on because he was special type of fighter.
Yeah. And then I am going to regain some hit points.
Okie dokie, Constantine. You feel the fear of all of the other Constantines as they fall unconscious. Then it's Constantine's turn, who's still up. This is a Constantine that's still up.
Yes, it is.
Also, because
also-
because the top of initiative occurred,
Mhm.
you see a crane lowering a box to here. Seems to be some form of metal box.
He is also going to line his shot up at the most dangerous target.
Firing at the wizard, are you?
Yeah, the one that killed all of the other Constantines.
To beat up the other 3 Constantines.
Yeah.
You've identified the target.
20 to hit for 13 damage. Second shot,
That'll
27,
hit.
27 to hit for 12 damage.
I'm unconscious.
Uh, what should you? Gonna gain back some hit points. That's not as much hit points. So I'll go back to 34. And then he's gonna action surge and chuck a grenade at the ones in the middle. So dex saves for those ones.
Fair enough.
Dex saves for this group.
Oh no,
Elk
I
save
failed.
is a 20, so it passes. So it'll take no damage because of Croc.
Croc, you're the best for protecting giant elk. It's
Excellent.
very strange how this works. Croc somehow blocks all of the attacks.
Yeah, it's weird that because I'm riding, you don't take anything from a successful dex save. Even
Croc
though
somehow-
the thing you're riding is always the bigger thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's weird.
Cro-
It's a
Croc-
weird
Croc-
ability.
Like
So, Croc, what's
somehow
your dex save?
Matrix surrounds it.
Oh, sorry.
To
The
block
Croc
all
and
the
the Croc and K2 dex saves.
Is this another grenade?
Yes, another grenade.
Yes, another grenade got flung at you guys, and
I have to do anything.
Croc fails.
you're on 2
Oof.
death fails now.
K2,
So
absolutely fine.
K2 passes.
Well, not fine.
It's
Did
only
I
10
take anything?
damage. So 10 damage to Croc, 5 damage to K2,
Oof.
0 damage to the Elk, 1 failed death save to the downed one.
Did I take any damage from the previous grenade that was thrown?
You've failed 2 death saves so far.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is
Jesus.
all that has happened. You just failed 2 death saves. You haven't. It's not anything major.
It is Kangaroo Jack's death save.
Yep. Go for it, Kangaroo Jack.
Kangaroo Jack fails a death save.
Oh no, not Kangaroo Jack. And then it's a downed Constantine.
Death save for a downed Constantine.
Yep.
It passes.
And then it's Kato, who is
Kato
big
as
elk.
an elk is going to stomp on the thing in front of it.
Okay. Do you stomping?
Does that hit?
No.
Okay, I missed.
They're easier, but they're not that easy.
Oh well. I think I'm kind of stuck in this combat at the moment.
Is that all you're gonna do?
Currently.
Cool. Death save, oh paladin-y boy.
It's important.
And that's a
Passed. 2 passes,
Yes,
2
he's
fails.
on 2 passes, 2 fails. Oh, so tense. And then it's this guy, who's very injured and will attempt to attack the elk again.
All hits.
I will take the top one. so it misses.
You take 10 damage then, Croc. And the elk takes 18 damage.
No, I mean like I take that one so that it doesn't hit anymore.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Then it's 18 damage to
so
the elk.
18 damage to the elk is 42 total damage. Let me check that. Did you just manage to hit the elk for exact damage? Yeah, so the elk becomes Kato.
Do I take any damage from that?
No,
he just whipped.
he's whipping you. He's whipping the big elk. He's not whipping you. It's not an
no.
AoE. It's not an AoE whip.
Now you're standing between my legs.
It's like there. Oh no, this is an awkward position. This looks bad.
K2.
K2 will
What are you
second wind. Oh my god, that's garbage. They gain 9 hit points.
Yeah, K2 coming in clutch.
They were down to 2.
What's K2 gonna do now? Run?
I love that. I love that. My second wins are so much shitter than the rat's second win.
Well, no,
The
it's
rat's
fine.
a higher level character than you.
As long as it's not a grenade, the rat's fine. I've checked, and yes, he's completely correct. Something like a shrapnel grenade is not protected from full cover.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Constantine, my old buddy.
You never knew this, man. Wow, that was some bad rolls.
That's some bad fighting.
Well, he scuttles back onto Croc. I know I'm gonna regret what I'm gonna do on my turn, but
Then it's this guy who's been attacking the really shiny thing, and it just bit him. And seeing that he's making no progress, he's gonna barrel through it. Actually, no, he's gonna go around it and come up to. Actually, he's gonna start moving.
I mean, he needs to make another deck save.
He's gonna get to. Actually, he can run to there. Sure, he will make another deck save.
Yeah, that's another 20 radiant.
Ow. He's
As
very injured.
the
but
Tiamat starts looking wavy and less powerful.
He runs up to the wizard. That's his plan. That's all he can do. He dashed to get there. Then we have a downed Constantine, another downed Constantine, and then it's Wizzy Boy.
Hey.
Oh yeah, 2
Pass death
Constantines
save.
make deck save.
Failed death save.
Oh no. Wizzy Boy, it's all on you. Who makes a death save, which you pass. Croc, it's your turn. Do your thing.
Oh god, I'm gonna regret this so much. Okay, give me a second. So first, where is it? That one. I can move up to my movement. I just want to see who I can get with this.
Are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do? I hope you do. I've been waiting for you to use like any of that item for ages.
So technically, I'm on Kato, so that the heal can hit Kato, Steve, and I'll end my turn. Well, I mean movement next to Kangaroo.
Okay.
And that was my bonus action. For my
Okay, yeah.
action, I'll
Yeah.
roll the HP in a second. I pull out a purple crystal and turn it
Yeah.
upside down,
Okay.
which doesn't affect me, but it does affect everyone else.
Okay. Everybody. Well, first roll your healing.
Yeah, so it is 2d6 plus wisdom. Oh my god.
Everybody heals
For
for like, what's your
6.
wisdom. 6, everybody. Everyone
So-
heals for 6 hit points.
Yeah, you healed for 6.
And then.
Oh,
Does that mean Kangaroo Jack's back up on 6?
Yes. Oh, that means Rat would heal for 6.
Nice. And then everybody
Everybody jump!
everybody in the entire room falls onto the ceiling,
How high
How
up is the
far
ceiling?
is that?
except for the people who are chained up over here. So all of these random monsters and
Actually,
random
that
people.
was part of my plan. I'm like,
They
excellent,
are-
they're not going to get hurt. Unless
None
it's-
of
they're
them-
attached by a chain at the neck, then they're going to be very hurt.
None of them fall. Okay. Interestingly, so the ship like bangs the back of itself off the edge of the hangar and just isn't there anymore. It just goes up.
Oh, well, see ya!
You might see that eventually.
I take it, like, this area is, like, outside.
Yes.
Okay.
But the metal box is just inside the hangar.
It just smashes into the roof.
And it smashes into the roof. How tall is the room?
Is important because
It is important.
because Lawrence is about to die. I know. Sorry, you
no,
healed
he's
him,
healed.
right?
Yeah.
He's healed. So even if this does enough damage to unconsciousize him, he'll be.
Okay,
he'll
so the
be
problem is the
alright.
kobold failing another death save.
Yeah, the cobalt will be
on.
on like one failed death save, one successful.
failed.
death
That
save.
is
I
the
know.
issue.
It'll put the unconscious Constantine's on one failed death save, apart from the one that's already failed, which will be on 2.
Haha.
Yeah. I have decided this room.
I have
is-
decided.
Well, that's how this works. I
Yeah.
can't. If I don't decide, it's never gonna have a
The-
roof,
it-
and then you'll
it-
die.
It just sounds like such an Andrew thing of, how high is the roof? I don't know.
You take this much damage as you all fall except from the crocodile. You fall 50 feet.
Croc does a power stance as he now is on the floor roof.
How much? 19.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so me and Steven are both knocked back out.
Yeah.
As King. Both Crocs, sorry, no, one of the Constantines is still up. Just one of them. So that one gets knocked out, the other one's still alive. Still up. And then, yeah, there's a bunch of failed death saves out of this.
The best part
You
is,
see the two slavers look very injured now.
now if you attack me, you risk that automatically happening again.
That's accurate. So you've turned the crystal upside down.
I can just see the rat is like hanging on to you, like, don't let go!
Constantine, the over here but now on the roof.
Constantine the only alive. Well, only up.
So you're unconscious, you're unconscious, these people are all unconscious. Effectively my only targets are to shoot at Croc or to shoot at Kato. Or to try and just kill people. That would be an idea.
Those are the choices that you must decide.
I'm gonna make an int check and see if I understand that shooting that attacking Croc might not have the best of outcomes. I do not understand that.
Oh, I love
You
the
gonna-
int checks in this campaign.
The int checks in this campaign are the best things.
He is going to decide to just
Are you going to
Fire
try and
his laser
disarm
right
me?
I do not have a disarming thing, but
Damn
I might
it.
make you trip and see what that does.
I mean, if you trip him, the crystal also rotates orientation, and then
Oh
everyone
no,
falls
that
into the wall.
hits!
Hit, make a strength save.
Are you about to get tripped and everyone's about to fall onto the opposite wall?
Ooh, my strength is a
Yeah.
flat 0.
That is
Yee!
a fail.
Oh, great! Now I have to determine which way everyone falls.
Oh no, I have
So-
fallen and I cannot get up.
So you take 12 radiant damage.
Ouch.
I have a second shot to make as we start to fall.
Okay,
they
you're
both
all
technically have to-
falling. Great, you're all falling to like where the roof of the big. You're all falling to a place that's like over these guys.
Can you imagine how bad it would be if you fell the other way? Well, I suppose you just...
So
Okay, that means that Oh god.
the second
Oh.
shot hits you for
Oh,
19
these are
damage.
dead people. There's some very dead people about to fall a very far distance.
Uh, can you make another strength save that trip you from your new position where you're now back standing up effectively?
Wait, you're gonna trip me back
Or-
up?
Uh.
You're gonna trip me upside down?
Oh god,
Yeah,
everybody has to
effectively-
take different
effectively-
amounts of damage. Okay.
I'm trying to spin Croc to see if I can throw us all against the wall as hard in like as many different
Wow.
ways as possible.
Actually, no, it's just
40
to there. So 80 is 8d6 for that first one. He splatters to death. All right. So dead.
I would like to say you're gonna have to work this out again. Croc has just fallen over again in a different direction.
Ow.
Onto the other wall at the other side. So,
I'm just gonna say.
Cases, the
I'm just gonna
kobold
say this
pancakes.
guy's also dead, and everybody take 2 more failed death saves if you're down, and if you're
Yeah,
not,
I think
the
that
kobold is a
that
pancake.
kills. Yeah, I also think that kills Jack.
oh
no!
Kangaroo Jack, Kobold, are you about to die?
The kobold's a pancake at this point.
Technically,
Okay.
you would be stopped by this wall.
That's
I've already on 1 death save if it's 2 more death
Ah,
saves.
okay.
hang on,
Yeah.
no, 1 second. As you are about to die, you hear something in your head. It
Oh, sorry, no,
says,
Kangaroo Jack is only on 0 deaths, failed death saves because it's not been back to his turn yet.
He's-
Sweet.
you
so
hear
plot
something in
things.
your head. I can save you, but you'll need to grant me more control. El Kobold.
Mox gives no response.
As he's
Yeah.
flying. Yes.
He's unconscious, but he's
You can
intentionally
respond.
going out of his way to not pay attention to this what is obviously a malevolent force.
In which case, it will choose safety overall and try and take control of you anyway. Make a wisdom saving throw.
That was the it's trying to be nice. This is the it's going to try and take over right whatever happens.
My bloody character sheet will load.
Make a wisdom saving throw to ensure your own
Like if
death.
I'd survived this encounter, I was planning on like collaring this thing on that. What was it? Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom. You can... Okay. You don't have to give this thing more control over your body if you don't want to. It is offering to save your life, and you will die if it does not help you.
But I don't know what it's going to do though. It's the thing.
True, but is it worse than death?
As he's in slow motion flying towards the wall.
Yep.
One of those things where it happens like in real time. It happens in like a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
Everything is slowed down.
What would you like
get-
to do?
Question: to give him time to decide, do you want to tell us how much damage people like Kato have taken who will be falling?
Oh,
See if
Kato...
if it knocks me out.
Kato took 80, then an additional... he fell 80 feet, then he fell 115 feet, so he takes... actually, yeah, so first he takes this, and then he takes that. Sorry.
Did
Sorry,
I
there's
do
one more.
good?
He needs one more d6, so...
Kato is unconscious on the second one.
Am I on 2 death saves?
You are on 2 failed death saves. the kangaroos on 2 failed death saves. There is 1 dead Constantine and 4 now unconscious Constantines, 3 of which have 2 death saves failed.
Because the gravity crystal is such a double-edged sword.
And all that Constantine is like, I still want to shoot him again.
And the range of it is quite large.
So Croc from Constantine's attacks, what, 30 something damage?
Something like that. He's very hurt.
But you don't actually take any fall damage from any of this, right?
No, because
Or
I
you
stick
fall
to
any of this?
walls.
Oh, you spider climb. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, he is Speed Ray Croc.
That's why it's great for me to have the crystal.
So, Cobalty Boy, have you decided whether you're willing to allow this thing to help you or not?
Will not relinquish control. Pancake.
Very well. The Cobalt ends up as a pancake,
Ugh.
as you see something shadowy try and do stuff.
I think the combat is over, technically. I mean, we still need to roll death saves for the people who need to make death saves, but I don't think there's anyone who can actually, like, Croc is left as the sole survivor.
There is
Is
still
anybody-
a big metal cage.
Is anybody conscious?
Yeah, me.
Croc.
K2 is.
Croc and K2. As the only ones left standing, you're the only one who sees this.
Ah, excellent. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh god. Hey, there you go. There's your guy. You see the box open, and a black liquid pours out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and you see what looks like.
So
Romy
at this point,
Arcana.
were you expecting everyone but Croc to be down?
No, I wasn't expecting that. No,
Yeah.
honestly, I thought some of the Constantines might have still been up.
One of them would have been up, but its last shot, causing it to flip into a different wall, was a bit of a problem for that plot plan.
He in many ways killed himself.
He's still alive.
Well, yeah, they're not
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, he's definitely still alive. You see what looks like a horrific. You look at it, and your initial thought is like mind flare, but it's definitely like cybernetically enhanced in some way. And then you look a bit closer, and you see that this thing is rotting.
Sounds fine to me.
Now it needs to roll an initiative.
Also, it's attached to the wall.
Cool. There we go. It's a Constantine who I think's dead.
No
Kangaroo Jack?
Constantine is outright dead. Literally 0 Constantines are outright dead.
Okay, roll a death save for that Constantine then.
19 passes.
Nice. He's okay. Kangaroo Jack?
Kangaroo Jack, death save.
Oh,
Dead.
you
No.
wasted it on the Constantine.
Your kangaroo has died.
Death save for me as well.
No, first it's another Constantine. This
Death
Constantine.
save.
All the Constantines are fine. I'm glad they're
Who's next?
Go for it. Steve, also in the distance, you hear something crash
What?
horrifically.
One pass.
Passes.
Nice. Great, you got another pass.
Kato's
Kato!
death save.
Yeah!
Passes.
Well, your main dude is alright. And now it's this thing.
So, like,
The-
is everyone just, like, flat against this wall?
Yes, everybody is. Hang on, I'll move everybody. Just this thing's a bit further up. Everybody is flat against the wall.
It's just the cage smashing around. It comes out. What the hell?
What the hell is happening? Pancake. Okay. It comes out of its cage. And you hear the like cracking of metal bones and flesh as it fires out a series of projectiles, Croc, that you see start like drilling into the Constantines. All of the Constantines probably gonna die from this, as tiny little things are sort of like drilling into them.
Into who?
The Constantines. There's one for each of them, conveniently.
You monster, why would you do this to me?
But none of them know. So it's okay, the collective of Constantines won't know what's happened. All of the Constantines are dead. Ish? A bit. A little bit dead. But also
Undead?
changed in a way.
It's what Constantine, this is what you've always dreamed of. Being
This is what I've always
infected
had
by
nightmares
mind
about.
flayers.
To have
Always what I've had
mindful-
nightmares about. This is literally why why Constantine had to flee his homeland, was because he was accused of this having happened.
Oh, it's brilliant. The prototype is working perfectly. Oh, on top of the fact that like black liquid is seeping to like, it's gotten to about here. It's like pooling out, just engulfing most things. K2, it's your turn.
K2 will take the dodge action.
Oh god, this has not gone well. The gravity crystal was very big.
The gravity crystal play from Croc did not work.
It did, and also did not.
The trip attacks really screwed things.
So, in essence, it was Constantine's fault. He's getting what he deserves.
Constantine, yeah, and yeah, okay. Croc, you see black liquid approaching your friends. It doesn't look positive.
Right. What I'm gonna do is probably kill Kato. I'm gonna try not to, but I probably will. I'm gonna move to here,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to flip the crystal again and catch Kato.
He's on the wall. Both
Yeah.
him and the paladin just fall
Yeah, but
safely
I
onto
can
this
like
raised
No,
area.
no.
angle it.
You're not understanding. He's gonna make it so that they fall towards him.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. So, like, Kato gets caught on this fence. But Lawrence comes flying at you.
Hmm.
And all of these guys, like, land here.
I mean, they not fly to the other wall.
I mean, it's angled in such a way that they're like going into the ground. They're essentially on a slope at the minute. They're going
Yeah,
to keep
I understand what you're going
falling
for.
down this direction, but this is where they land.
They're just like sliding across the floor.
So and the black goop is like smeared everywhere here.
Do you want to heal someone?
All
or is that a
three
thing
of
you
these
can't do?
things are covered in the black goop.
Do you take any damage from this?
Brain
Do you want to
hurt.
save you? Do you want to save your buddy?
I mean, I'm trying.
I mean,
no,
do
like
you have healing spells?
I thought I'm checking. I'm sure I've got one that's a bonus action. I can't remember which one it is though.
Healing word?
on
Which
the
is the
bright
best one.
side.
Mass
on the
healing word. That's a bonus action.
On the right
Yep.
side, you damaged the weird thing a little bit that came out of the
Good.
box.
That you can see. Excellent. So I'll cast mass healing word.
Do I take any damage from the fall?
You're gonna be healed now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
1 plus 4. So you and Kato are up with 5 hit points.
Dead Constantine, who begins rolling through the black liquid, like
That
pretty
was fun.
relatively slowly, in this direction. But everybody's healed. But now that's initiative count 0, you see a giant black swirling vortex. Oh yeah, the cobalt rolls to there, coming from here. The black swirly cloud starts moving in this direction towards you, Croc. It gets to about here.
Mm-hmm.
From the
Wait.
kobold's body, a black swirling cloud appears, and it seems to be moving towards you. It moves to there. Then this Constantine falls over there. And this Constantine falls over there. And then it's you, Lawrence. You're up. You're alive. You have hit points.
You are, however, sliding towards that square.
I will.
He's on a hill. Make a dex save to like roll dexterity to like not roll down. Essentially, what feels like a hill.
11.
You're just about capable of like not rolling down the hill.
So what is this, like a tentacle Eldritch horror type thing?
It roll Arcana.
I'm good at that. The 7.
Not a clue. It looks like some horrific thing. It has like it has like very small tentacles that used to have that looks like they used to house things that have been since ejected from it. That's your best guess. Like whatever this thing is about, but it looks like a weird squid type thing with cyborg bits and rotting. Smells gross.
So a mechanical zombie Eldritch horror.
That's your best interpretation.
He has a quick statement. That ship has probably been flung into someone's house.
As I said before, like last round, I said you hear a like crash in the distance.
I'm just thinking it's probably like that crochet place.
It's just you go back to the crochet shop. It's on fire. There's a big ship in its roof.
Oops.
I would like to make my way. What way is the room sort of tilting?
It's sort of tilted, so it feels like everything is sort of falling in this direction, and it feels like you're standing on a relatively steep hill.
Can I carefully make my way around here and very slowly, without actually getting close to the animals, come over to these humans and start trying to release them.
Okay,
you can
I'm going to
you
inform
can walk through the square.
that this whole area is coated in black liquid. Like, this whole bit.
Oh, I'll stay up here then.
You can still do it if you want. It's just, like, because of the way gravity's been shifting, there was black fluid that used to be in a small pool on this wall. It's now just smeared across this room.
There's also an evil swirl coming after us.
There's also an evil black swirl that's around here. Yeah, there.
Oh,
Croc recommends you hold on to him. And
is this thing still alive?
It's your kobold friend is mush on the walls.
Am I able to just leave?
There is a door that you can just run through.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool, you just start running away.
And I'll go through this door.
Oh, cool.
Croc tells Kato to jump into his arms.
Kato shouts, "I'm just gonna run for the door."
But there's an evil swirly thing. I've got a way out.
But
Trust me.
I mean, I don't have to go near the evil swirly thing to get out.
I mean, that is literally going right next to it.
No, I mean, I can just jump the thing.
I mean, you could jump the fence and
Yeah, I
and
can
go
just
like,
jump the fence.
True.
and end up there.
Joseph, I go through this door.
That's like way too much movement.
Yeah, you stop at the door.
Yeah,
You get to there.
You stop here.
yeah.
So, Kato, go for it. What are you doing?
Kato is going.
You see a horrific thing with tentacles and black goop and horrific cyborg bits.
Kato does not think this is our problem.
It feels like the antithesis of everything you stand for as a person. It's like the most
As a living
unnatural-
creature.
It feels like the most unnatural a thing could be.
Mm-hmm.
That is what you stare at over there.
Fuck it. I'm gonna cast polymorph on the weird abomination onto the living things.
Oh, okay. What's your spell save DC and what's the save?
My DC is 15, and I believe it's a wisdom save. I'm just gonna check for you. Yeah, wisdom save.
And it's DC 16, right?
Just 15.
15.
I'm not wise enough for it to be 16 yet.
Luckily, it has advantage because it has. It
If
seems
only I had been 1 DC better, then it would have turned into a small turtle.
that's true. You hit it with some magical energy, but it seems to the effect sort of ricochets off it.
And then as I have faith in Croc and jump into Croc's arms.
Croc, you have no idea how thankful Croc is of that.
And then it's this thing's turn.
That's the
Now
only
that it-
issue.
Now that it's deployed its babies.
Oh, shit. I'm
Wait.
too late. I just remembered I've got a thing I could have been doing. Idiot.
Yeah.
Can I retroactively do something?
What is this retroactive thing you're doing?
I want to use a reaction.
What was it against?
Against that thing managing to pass that save.
No, it's already.
I thought you'd say that.
So it's the same turn. It's literally not like I was just ending my turn.
But now
with
it's
you
this
having passed
thing's
that.
turn, and it's doing things.
Asshole. Become a turtle. You know you want to become a turtle. I don't think it would actually be unwilling. I looked into that thing's eyes and it's always wanted to live its life as a small turtle.
Oh god, which eye do you look at?
All of them.
They
I
all
form
scream
extra eyes.
turtle.
They all scream turtle, do they?
Except for one of them that screams turtle dove, which is a weird thing to say.
It a little eye it's one of its eye sockets open up, and it's gonna shoot at Kato.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
Ah, well. A laser it shoots a laser beam out of one of its eyes at you.
Kato moves his head to the side and it flashes past.
And then it slumps its way. Oh, sweet. Then it starts like, actually no, it's got to decide something. It doesn't have the proper goop yet, so it's got to choose. Oh, great. You win this round. It just sort of like falls and leaps into this thing and vomits black goo all over it.
Into what?
This thing, this giant monster that's chained up.
Okay.
It just starts vomiting black goo, and tiny things are coming out of its mouth, and they're like entering all of this thing's orifices. K2!
Continues dodging. He holds on to Croc as hard as he can.
So it's Kato and K2 both clinging to Croc.
Yeah.
Now it's this thing's turn.
I wonder if this will affect Lawrence.
I wonder if this will affect Lawrence. Well, first off, Croc, do you want a helping hand?
Fuck off, you!
Roll a wisdom save. Yeah.
You're
roll
not
wisdom.
helping.
Oh, you can't get into you. Kato!
It comes over and says, fuck off, you!
Kato, a main man, Kato.
Plus my 2d4s for these things. So 19.
Nom. You have a new buddy.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Well, shit.
You have a new onboard. Oh, if you'd passed, I would have got to do the rat. No!
Oh, the rat could have been so powerful.
Oh, sorry. Wait a second. I have inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great, cool.
Come on.
And that.
Sorry. So that was actually 20.
Okay,
23.
does the rat accept dark powers?
The rat will try not to, but he has a wisdom of like straight 0. That's 40 in.
Oh, the rat gets cool dark powers. The rat gets a new friend.
Yay!
And then it's more. There's more. And then Croc, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm not meant to be drawing. Croc, while attached to his friends, will...
As you see the most horrible thing ever happening in this corner.
Yep, well, that horrible thing is going to fuck off as Croc braces himself against here with his friends braced and then turns the crystal in this direction.
Oh, just eject them out the front
Yep.
of the building.
Kidoki.
Does this affect everyone on the planet? I forgot to ask that question.
We have no idea.
You don't know the range of these crystals. You
Come
know
on,
it's
listen,
you
there's
know
lot
it's
of
a
people walking through
large
this-
range.
There's a lot of people walking through the street who hit the sky as we were turning this.
Croc has
You're
definitely
just-
unwillingly killed a lot of people.
You're just not sure how large the range is, frankly. You do know that the range is quite big, though.
Okay, so all of these guys disappear.
As does Slimy Boy.
Yeah, you notice that
That's someone else's problem.
they all start to fall, but you also notice that the black goop and like horrific things that were swimming in the black goop sort of are now smeared like all over these 4 people.
Yep.
And
Croc is
all
the
of
savior. He is.
And I mean, those 4 people are also disappeared, right? They fall out the front of this.
Oh
place
no,
as
they're
well.
chained there.
Oh.
Like all of all of the things with the little symbol in the corner have been chained in place. That's why they didn't take any damage when they were falling around, because they're all chained in place. That's why those 4 people didn't just disappear from the map when Croc like threw the ship in the air.
Turn us right way up and we can get out of here.
It's fine. I'll use.
Well,
I can move to there while holding on to you.
As it falls, you just hear Croc something reach out into your mind, and it just says, "I will kill you."
Fuck off! Croc yells.
Do I die?
No. Well, you fall onto the door frame. You do that. That does happen.
You actually being stuck at the door was possibly the best thing that could happen to you in this position. You cannot move any further, but you know.
You fell onto the door frame, but you're otherwise alright.
Mr. Business, are you still here?
Yes.
I just said to the chat, I'm looking forward to seeing who your new character to join the adventure is after what unfortunately happened because of some crystal mishaps.
Yeah.
I saw your message. Cheers.
There was.
I was just not willing to like relinquish I just thought this character would not relinquish control to like something else.
I 100% think I would have done similar if I was in your position.
Yeah, I've assigned you a new character.
Yeah, like last session when Joseph took us into like separate rooms or separate like chats. Sorry, it was like little like subplot developments going, which is probably going to happen to either the Rat or Croc now. Assume, but I was just like, yeah, I'm not a fan of this. So, as soon as Mox gets a chance to like rid himself of it, which he did, I was like, nah, he's not gonna let himself be controlled. So, unfortunately, this is the way it ended up happening.
In fairness, now Mox's corpse is like somewhere over there.
It doesn't matter. It's just fucking kobold soup at this point, man.
Mox's corpse basically doesn't exist. Mox doesn't have a corpse. Mox has a smear of liquid that exists somewhere.
The story ends with him joining his born mentor Balthazar, and whatever the fuck happens in the afterlife, it's Vecna.
Who do you believe?
Whatever happens next.
What god do you believe in? Or do you believe in
Mox doesn't follow any specific god, but if he had to pledge allegiance to any, he would probably lean towards Bahamut. Which is why he, like, rocked quite a lot, because he was like, oh, he follows the dragon gods, he's good.
Yeah, he's good. He will help me and be my friend.
Then Mox is assigned to a relatively happy embrace in the afterlife then.
Which is a rarity for any characters that we have.
This is true.
Oh right, you don't have to be like nice about it or not like that. It's just, oh well, this is the way the dice roll and all that jazz.
There was some accidental fallings over of the person who has the gravity. You never want the person who has the gravity to fall over.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is pretty much how Lawrence's last character died.
Yeah, this is exactly how Lawrence's last character died.
Except it wasn't my fault this time. It was when we first found the crystal.
This is accurate.
That was accidental.
So what do you do now, Croc? Do you like stabilize the crystal? Now
essentially,
that all the things have fallen away.
He's just letting it be in that direction for long enough that he thinks it's far enough away, and then he'll turn it back to normal when he's like climbed up the wall up to here, and then everyone will run away.
Okay. Where you heading?
The fucking ship. And if the
Yeah.
wizard's not there,
Fucking
then we'll
planet.
learn how to do it ourselves.
He's got the keys. Shit. Hey,
We are
Oh
not.
wait, you.
I
Oh
think
wait, your. Oh wait, your high intelligence character died.
Yeah, shit.
we are.
you're,
we are
you're
not
high. You're
dicking
high.
around. We know what happens with this goop.
No,
We've
none
seen
of
it
you
with-
do. You just it's
That's what I was getting at. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen with this.
yeah,
This
exactly.
is bad.
None of your characters know what's gonna happen with any of this goop
yes,
or
but
slimy
we know.
stuff.
We know it.
No one in this room knows just how bad what they saw was. But everyone outside the room does.
This is all perfectly fine. Great things are happening.
This planet's dead. This planet's fucking dead.
This is all okay. So you just beeline back to the
Running
ship
for the
then.
ship. See the wizard. Start the engine! Start the engine!
Okay.
Give up on this dragon. Let's go do other things.
Let's do other things.
Hey, upside, if the dragon's on this planet, he's not anymore.
It's gonna encounter a freaking mind flare monster at some point.
If you want a previously on, the goop coming out of that thing is like a weird zombie virus that's been bonded to the mind flayer thing. Because we may have unleashed a zombie virus on a mind flayer planet at one point. Is previous
Right.
characters who Constantine was one of that group. And other members of that group were also thought to be dead. But now they're all turning back up for some reason. Some evil plan.
No,
Well,
Operation Peace.
Well, the whole gang who's left standing, surprisingly, Lauren survived. And the wizard, surprisingly, is actually at the ship. He bumps into you while running away.
What are you
He's
running away from?
Oh, well, I know some people, and like I was talking to some like very powerful people, and then all of a sudden they went dead. Bad things occurred.
How
Like,
did they
a
die?
really-
Was it a gravity-based thing or something else?
Well, actually, now that you mention it, gravity did like flip around, killing like tons of people.
Ah, shit. I mean,
It's
that's
shit-
weird.
It's a shame when that happens. Spontaneous gravity flips are a problem nowadays.
I was talking to a guy who was like really strong, and then like I just well, we had like a holographic communication, so I just saw a horrific, looked like a half mind flare, half zombie, half robot thing
Yep,
Something
never heard
on
of
his
that.
face.
We should probably leave.
vomiting thousands of like baby tadpole drills into him. It
Yeah, we
was
should probably go off
horrible.
planet.
Let's get the hell out of here and hope that someone can nuke this planet from orbit.
We should probably, on our way off this planet, contact the authorities and tell them to nuke this planet from orbit.
Yep, that was a good plan. It's a very good plan. he gets onto the ship.
We follow.
He looks very sad about what he got interrupted doing. And then he starts the takeoff protocol.
I'm nowhere near the ship, am I?
No, you're with everyone.
I thought I was still.
I mean, unless you've decided to stay there when we
I mean-
went past.
I mean, everybody walked past you. You
We
obviously
walked past
saw
you and shouted,
them.
"Come this way, please."
Did you follow?
I thought I was pinned against the door.
No,
Yeah,
you
I
were.
I
and then,
changed it
and
back.
then he changed the gravity crystal so it was normal again.
I basically waited long enough that I'm like, okay, it's definitely far away right now.
It's definitely not right next to us anymore.
I'll come with you.
Excellent.
Cool.
You haven't stayed
You're
on the apocalypse planet.
Surprisingly, you managed to survive this session. I'm so impressed.
Kato is mourning the loss of his second best friend, Kangaroo Jack.
You see the footage that the wizard has of the conversation, and you see what looks like a quarter hippo, quarter mind flare, quarter zombie, quarter cyborg, suckling on a spellcaster's face.
Well, good news, Graham. It turns out it's my character's turn to end up in the asylum because of crystal-based shenanigans.
So a shadow monster that's infected your rat.
You know,
There's that as well.
these things happen.
These
Yeah.
things happen.
Not usually.
So you
No, not
break
common.
you break atmosphere.
We send a message to the local authorities to be like, hey, quarantine required on planet for zombie mind flayer virus.
And the response we
there's
get
like-
back is, oh no, not again.
they actually respond, what? First the zombie planet, then there was the zombie mind flare. God, what's happening?
I forward through an email to their like inbox thing of their like inquiries, basically send them the video of the mind flayer hippo things that the guy has. And I'm like,
Okay.
here is evidence. Please nuke planet from orbit.
They just said thank you. We'll send some people to deal with that.
Preferably send robots so they can't be turned into mind flayer things.
We'll get somebody. We'll get the fleet on that. You know, they're in this quadrant anyway. They can do some orbital glassing. Maybe blow a planet up. If that's what it comes to.
Oh,
Well,
the wonderful
they-
crochet shop.
They ring or whatever this universe's equivalent of freezer is and say, here, can you pop this planet like an egg?
Ooh. Actually, you do see another small ship that's leaving the planet. You actually see a fair few ships that are all, like, getting the hell out of there.
Hey, I bet one of them has the dragon on it. Oh well, bye!
You
Probably.
actually recognize the ship. It's damaged on the back, and it looks like it crashed into something, but it's the ship that brought that thing there.
I ask the pilot, the wizard, to follow that ship.
He's
But-
like,
But no!
all right.
Croc just rocking in the corner.
I think that's a good place.
It is not a good
to
place.
end the
There's
session.
nothing good
That is-
about
that is-
it.
That is a place to end.
Yeah. Come back next time for
For Graham has just fucked us.
time.
Hmm.
It-
Du, 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 du. Life finds a way.
Well, you did survive that encounter.
Mostly.
You level up.
Yay!
There you go. You
Uh,
got a level. Well done.
I'm so sad staring at this Kangaroo Jack sheet that we'll never get to level up again.
That's true.
Hey,
Kangaroo
it's
Jack.
fine. Kangaroo Jack will become part of the collective. You'll see him
You
again in
might-
the future.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You know the wizard died, but you know, you can compile that goop into a zombie. Mind flare, horrific thing.
Whatever the fuck these things are.
Ooh,
just gonna
I
go
get
sob in a
orange
corner.
testing now.
Good, you'll need that.
I'm honestly not sure if the crystal did in fact save or kill us. Because I don't know how fighting that thing would have went.
I mean, it wouldn't have been released if you had,
Would it not, though?
because it only got released because the cage got damaged by being flipped about across the place.
Possibly.
Oh yeah, the wizard asks. So, did you succeed in capturing the dragon?
God, no.
No, we
What
still haven't seen the dragon.
did you get anything else good?
The guy betrayed her.
Did you capture anything? At all?
Dead people.
I mean, you saw the thing. We had
Kato, make
other.
a history check.
I suppose technically Kato could have tried to capture
Me?
the weird
Or-
thing.
You do remember capturing something else with the amulet.
What did I capture?
You
Oh.
remember?
I have a simulacrum of the dragon.
Oh yeah, I forgot
The
about
wizard's
that.
just like, why don't we just like fake it and hope that that guy buys it?
That's a great plan. We should do that. Let's not go towards this thing, our certain death, and instead go do that.
Croc nods emphatically.
Somebody walks out of like one of the little bits on the ship.
Ah, hello NPC that's been on the ship this whole time.
Well, first you see Golden Hand, who's there,
It's just always there.
and you also see this person who's like, oh, what did I miss? I slept in. Hope I wasn't late for the mission.
And then just like look at the screen with the horrible thing killing someone.
That's not good.
No, you didn't miss much.
Who comes out?
Somebody with you met them before. You met them in the warehouse.
The lady who is no longer your wife, but is still your wife. But not you, different you.
She then says, "Okay, so like I've got a text message. Can we follow up on that at some point? We need to like go to a planet because I think my husband's in danger."
Let's go there.
You went funny again, Lawrence.
Lawrence?
It went very funny.
Lawrence?
Doesn't help.
Sorry. I say, yeah. That should we go, guys?
So
We
why
should
don't
go
we?
fake this? Try and get our money first.
Yeah, we'll go get paid, hopefully, or betrayed, one or the other. Then we'll go straight to your thing.
The wizard also says, on the bright side, you probably killed Ben Oren's like whole industry, and possibly him.
And planet.
And planet, that's true.
Oh well.
But I lost my second best friend.
Yeah, but you didn't lose your best friend, did you?
Oh no, he's probably dead as well because his master's probably dead.
Croc is too shell-shocked. And then the camera slowly pans out, and you see out of the ship's window the rat looking out of the window. To be continued.
Didn't the rat have black eyes and dark fur at this point, Joseph?
Oh, the rat
Yes.
definitely has the rat's fur is pitch black. It has completely dark eyes, and you actually notice shadows coming off the rat.
It's fine. The rat is obviously smart enough to resist such a horrible creature, isn't it? Definitely.
Darkness intensifies.
Certainly not kobold maturity now.
Rat maturity.
But yeah,
Ah,
I've assigned you a new character sheet. If you can just make that whenever before next session.
I am sorry for accidentally getting you killed.
fine. I was dead before that, pretty much.
I was not expecting to be tripped up several times in a row.
It was also like the contributing factor that there was a way out, but that would relinquish control of the character, or at least it seemed that way from my perspective. So I was like, yeah.
Out of curiosity, because I couldn't do it because I was too far away from you, how would your character have reacted if I'd managed to force them to accept the thing. Because I was thinking about it,
Force who to accept what?
like, so you passed the save against the evil force. If I was slightly closer, I could have used silvery barbs to make you roll again and potentially fail. How would your character feel about that? If you survived, but you were forced to have the thing take more control?
It would entirely depend on what that entity did immediately after that, which is entirely Joseph's control.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So I can't answer that because I don't know. I was just going off of the information that I had. The information that I had was, if you survive, you lose control. And I was like, no, if Mox passed his wisdom save, he wouldn't allow that to happen.
And he passed it very high.
He wouldn't allow his mortality to endanger like his friends and the rest of the pack, etc. Pack mentality and all that jazz. I mean, already, like I said last time when we were going to them private chats, he was already antagonistic with that creature because it was already going, oh yeah, I'll give you power, but you have to do what I say. He was like, no, that's not how it's going to work. Which then that plot obviously didn't develop any further because curse splat.
Yeah. Oh, it's so horrible. It's like, here, I got you a scarf. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy someone got me something.
Splat immediately afterwards, yeah.
From the same person.
Well, he didn't know. He was unconscious. He was wrestling with a fucking shadow creature from beyond all comprehension.
Ah, good. So when he's in heaven, he doesn't know it was Croc's fault.
I don't think he'd be arsed, to be honest.
You get a heaven.
It was a gnarly situation for everyone involved. So yeah.
Okay, I'm back. My internet died for a minute there.
Ah.
But yeah, now I'm one level away from getting my elemental forms.
I'm one level away from one of the best abilities in the game.
I just talked about how I was like one level away from elemental forms. I think I've got that.
No, divine intervention. Best.
Yeah, but that's not as good as elemental wild shape.
I mean, divine intervention 100% depends on how generous the DM feels.
I mean, it also depends on you being able to roll a 10% on a die.
That as well, but still.
I'm gonna go with mine is better. Because druids are OP.
They are though.
Yeah,
And hey, next session, you're all gonna get a lot of money.
And then the session after, we'll all die.
I also like the fact that like the wizard's like, hey, so you've got a dragon? And I'm like, alright, that would work. Man, I'm too dumb for this shit. There's a reason why the leader should be smart.
Yeah, make sure that your next character has low intelligence so that you're as fucked as the rest of us.
I mean, think of it this way: all the stupid characters made out alive.
Yeah,
I mean, the only reason for that was that your upcast fireball almost killed every single Constantine, so they went into the "you are the biggest threat."
Yeah, there is that.
Which I think was a fair statement. Was that the wizard who was casting fireball was a bigger threat to them than other people?
Because they did not know he was completely out of fireballs.
Yeah, they had no way of knowing that.
If I'd
attack once and
if I'd survived, like my next move was going to be like scorching ray followed by firebolt as a bonus action. But the enemies that I was aiming at were really close to you, so I would have rolled with advantage and probably would have hit a fair few of them hits. But obviously that didn't happen because I got jumped on.
Yeah, they're just like, that's the biggest danger. Put it down, because they're literally just trained military personnel for
the
Mind Flayer wars.
Yeah, they gotta kill all their mind flayers.
Yeah,
God
definitely.
forbid that like mind flayers would be among them.
Yeah.
And now they are part Mind Flayer.
Yeah, it's the worst possible thing that could have happened to them, and this is all your fault.
I don't know what you mean. I've done nothing wrong.
Fault. This is all your fault.
You don't know that.
I cannot forgive you. I cannot forgive you for what you've done, you monster.
Project Peace. It's in the name.
Project Murder Everybody in the Universe.
That would also cause peace. Ugh, but I guess we'll find out when we totally don't go to the planet that they're all on.
Alright, I'm gonna head off. Have a good evening and a good weekend, everybody.
You too.
Okay.
Goodbye.
See one of you next week. See some of you on Wednesday, and see Lawrence all the time.
All the time.
No.